and 10 at their 20-yard line. Lane Harris, Wayne Gray, and Evan Jumper up here in the press box at Myrtle Beach Seahawks, Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium. And Alicia Ross, we want to welcome Alicia to the broadcast teams back at Master Control at Bob FM, keeping us on the air and hopefully sounding good. We'll try not to make fools of ourselves here, and if we do, it won't be Alicia's fault. First down and 10 for the Seahawks, just underway here in the first quarter as we get started. Drayton Arnold, sophomore quarterback, with Brandon Sinclair, the sophomore, running back off to his left-hand side. And our first snap from center is going to be bobbled by Arnold, but he hands it to Sinclair. He rolls up over the 20-yard line, picks up about 2, maybe 3 yards on the play. So it's going to be a short gain on the play for the sophomore running back. Myrtle Beach will be facing a second down, and let's call it 7. A couple new formations I saw the Seahawks practicing this week, and we just saw that they'll take Graham Bone, the tight end, and as opposed to being on the line of scrimmage, just bring him back in a slot position there. They did that on that play. Now he's back to the line of scrimmage as a typical tight end. 3 receivers in the set. Arnold in the shotgun. He's going to fake it to Sinclair and throw it over the middle. He's got Vaughn open. It looked like he fakes it and throws it to Kelton Green, who makes a catch in Wilson Tiger territory at the 45-yard line, breaks a tackle, goes inside the 40, and a host of Tigers are going to hold him up and stop him at the 36-yard line. And Drayton Arnold had Graham Vaughn wide open in the slot, but I think he got some pressure, had to pull the ball down, and Kelton Green broke open late. And then that was Malik Warren that actually caught the pass. So Malik Warren is the one receiver that can get down the field and stretch the field. Little play action, and he was able to look one way and then go over to Malik Warren. You're right. Graham Vaughn was open down the middle, but I think there was a little bit of pressure coming from the defensive line, so he tucked it under, but great maturity there by the sophomore quarterback. Instead of just throwing it away out of pressure or anxiety, to look for his second receiver. Seahawks working quick even before the chains got set up on the far side of the field. They gave it to Sinclair again for about a 1-yard gain. It's going to be second down and 9. Black Dog Running Company, our first down sponsor, and they brought you that first down on the long pass to Kelton Green from Drayton Arnold. We'll be talking more about Black Dog Running Company as the night goes on. Arnold back to throw. Pump fakes once, steps up in the line, makes the guy miss, and goes down to about the 30-yard line. Picked up of about 5, maybe 6 yards on the play. Going to make it a gain of 5. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 4 for the Seahawks. Good early protection there. Then the protection began to break down. Drayton Arnold does a good job of stepping up. Coverage is good downfield, and good. Nice decision is tucking under and get additional yards. You're looking at 3rd and 5. Wilson in a traditional 4-3, but bringing one of their linebackers up in a stand-up defensive end. I'll call him a bandit. He's going to rush. Sometimes he'll drop back off on the pass option. Drayton Arnold should have pitched it to Brandon Sinclair, but a great tackle on the outside by Tavion Hale, the 6'2", 195-pound senior outside defensive end. The best tackler with 45 tackles, 4 sacks, and now 7 tackles for loss as he throws Drayton Arnold for a 3-yard loss in the play. It's going to set up 4th down and 8 for the Seahawks just inside the 35-yard line. And Coach Wilson is kind of kicking himself on the sidelines. I'm not sure if he's upset that Drayton didn't get rid of that ball, because there was plenty of room. The end collapsed. The 6', 190-pound senior comes up, and that time they read that option play beautifully. Well, it's open. One of the receivers didn't hold his block real well. If he holds that block, there's plenty of green. And looking here at 2nd and long, Coach Wilson's going to come in with a rhino package. Graham Vaughn back in the backfield with Brandon Sinclair. 2 backs right behind the guards. Brandon Sinclair in the shotgun formation. He takes the snap, runs over to the short side of the field, picks up some blocks, going to pick up good positive yardage as he gets inside back to the 15, inside the 25-yard line, back just past the original line of scrimmage. Going to set up now 3rd down and 9 with 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. No score here from Doug Shaw Stadium. Lane Harris, Wayne Gray, and Evan Jumper bringing you the Angelo Steak and Pasta scoreboard here from Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium. Just underway here, 0-0. What's going on back there, Tom?
Well, it's a little warm up here. The air conditioner's not working. It's working downstairs, so we got to get on the folks.
Arnold throws it deep in the end zone. Kelton Green, touchdown. Myrtle, it pops out of his hand. They're going to call it incomplete. I thought Kelton had control of the ball, and it was knocked out after he looked like he'd taken a couple of steps in the end zone. They call it an incomplete pass.
Well, it's just a little release pattern. Kelton Green's on the left side of the field. Drayton Arnold does a good job of reading from right side to left, throws it over the defender's head. Kelton's a little sighted in the end zone. You got to bring that ball and tuck it in so that defender doesn't knock the ball out, which is what the defender was able to do.
And they're showing the replay here on the Jumbotron scoreboard, and you're right. It was back in the back corner of the end zone, and before Kelton could bring the ball in, it looks like it was knocked out by the Wilson Tigers. 7:40 to go. Timeout on the field. And,
well, Coach Wilson's going to let the play clock knock down the close, and he's going to call timeout on 4th and 9 and talk about it there at the Wilson 24-yard line.
Angelo Steak and Pasta sponsors our high school scoreboard every Friday night here on Myrtle Beach Seahawk football. And they're now open. This is one of the best things that you can do, folks. Saturday and Sunday at Angelo Steak and Pasta located over on 2311 South Kings Highway. They got a big new fancy dining establishment over there, brand new bar. Tons of room in there, and Saturday and Sunday they have direct TV on Saturday for college games, and they got the NFL Sunday tickets, so you can go in there and they can dial up any game you want to see. not before he picks up a first down just outside of Myrtle Beach territory at the 49-yard line. Nice read by the quarterback, T.J. Frederick.
Well, that's a true read option where he's either riding the running back and he's reading the linebacker. He saw the ability to just open up, and a great ride. I mean, you want to stay with that handoff as long as you can. At 6'3" and 185, that's a big runner coming through the line of scrimmage.
He has rushed for almost 300 yards, and actually 300 yards now and a touchdown this year has T.J. Frederick. And lots of weapons there. They give it to Mays. He hammers up the middle, right into the middle of that Myrtle Beach defense. Marcus Chestnut introduces himself to Jaquan Mays, but Mays gets going to pick up, looks like about 4 yards up to into Myrtle Beach territory at the 47-yard line. Setting up second down and a long 6. Wilson, just like Myrtle Beach, looks over to the sidelines. No huddle offense, so this will be a very fast, up-tempo game. Good crowd here tonight at Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium. Students all packed down on the bleachers down below us. A lot of pink shirts down there as Breast Cancer Awareness Month starts the month of October. Just over 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Wilson on their first drive. First pass of the game, they sling it out on the outside of number 1. That's Kendrick Johnson, the senior wide receiver. Flag on the play. We'll see how that play. Kelton Green actually lost his helmet on the play. That was a nice little screen set up on the outside. Kendrick Johnson picked up a nice block. Picked up first down yardage down to the Myrtle Beach 37-yard line. But they are going to call a legal block in the back on the Wilson Tigers. And this is the kind of mistakes that Chad Eady's really been plagued with all season long.
Well, Kelton Green does a good job of playing that underneath bubble screen, and as he's in position, he just gets blocked in the back. But good execution other than the blocking. Wilson's offense has impressed me. I mean, he started on the own 20-yard line. We've seen the true inside zone read. We've seen the handoff sweep. Quarterbacks kept the ball for a first down, and there a little screen pattern that's negated by the blocking in the back.
Second down and 15 for the Wilson Tigers. 4:56 to go. They're starting the clock right now. 7-0 Myrtle Beach up. Frederick's going to go back in the pocket and throw downfield. It's thrown to looking for a number 1, looking for Johnson again. Kendrick Johnson on a little post route across the middle. I thought the Myrtle Beach Seahawk defender on the far side of the field, if he'd have broken off his receiver a little early, might have had an interception there as Frederick's pass falls into the middle of the turf here.
Good coverage by the defensive backfield. You're right. When you're that safety position and you see the ball released, if you're in zone defense, look to break on the ball. It was over the receiver's head.
It's going to set up third down and 15. Frederick so far this season, 93 of 152, 62% completion. He's thrown for 8 touchdowns, but he's thrown 12 interceptions this year. See if the Seahawks can take advantage of that and get a turnover here and flip this field on the Wilson Tigers. 4 receivers in the set. Mays in the background.
Wilson's offense look for and he just calls a timeout just before the play clock gets to 0.
They had brought number 3, Mays, and brought him out to a slot position. We'll take a break here from Doug Shaw Stadium. The Seahawks up 7-0. You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawks football at 104.9 Bob FM.
For over 30 years, Angelo's Steak and Pasta has been the first choice of hungry appetites along the Grand Strand. Let's start with Angelo's all-you-can-eat Italian buffet, where you'll find a wide variety of Italian favorites, and every item is made from scratch. The locals know that Angelo's is the home of the greatest steaks in the universe. Angelo's steaks are cut, trimmed, and seasoned to order and presented to you on a sizzling platter. Check out Angelo's new, bigger, and better location at 2311 South Kings Highway, and you will agree Angelo's Steak and Pasta is the home of the greatest steaks in the universe.
You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawk football on 104.9 Bob FM.
Lane Harris and Wayne Gray bringing you a third down and 15 for the Wilson Tigers. Frederick's going to roll to his right, looking for a receiver. Being pressured from the outside, and he's going to have to just throw the ball out of bounds at the very last minute. And he gets slammed down to the turf, and a flag is going to be thrown on the play against Marcus Chestnut. As Frederick had nowhere to go with the ball, was going to throw the incomplete pass and probably have to punt the ball. Actually, they're going to call grounding on Frederick. I'm surprised at that. I thought it was going to be a late call on Chestnut.
Well, and Chestnut's tackling him, and he grabs him before they get out of bounds, and they just go out of bounds. So you're right, that would not have been a good call. Surprising that it's grounding. Once you get outside the tackle, just about anything goes where you throw the ball. So that's a surprising call, but that may be a loss of down. Is grounding a loss of down? And that's going to make it 4th down. So we do see the punt team come on.
Luke Carter, the 5'11 junior who handles the place kicking, also handles the punting. That's going to put Kelton Green back in Myrtle Beach territory. setting up between the 30 and 35. It is a loss of down. You are correct, Wayne. So that's going to Wilson's drive, which started out very promising, ends in a grounding penalty on 3rd down, and Carter will have to come on and kick it away. Kelton Green back at 35. See if the Seahawks can get a return here out of the electric number 2. He's had a good game. Block punt! The Seahawks block it. It's in the air, bounding around, and goes out of bounds and recovered out there by Chase Brill, the freshman. And there was about 3 players. I think Malik Waring and Desir Wilson was in on that block play. And for the 2nd week in a row, special teams come up big for the Seahawks.
Well, one of the things that good coaches and good football teams do is play well on the special teams. They work on that in the off-season and in preseason and during season just as much as they work on their regular offense and defense. I was out here Tuesday watching practice, and they spend a lot of time doing things like the Rhino package, specialty teams, and when you practice it, you play it, and that was an example of making it work.
And it turns into a short field for the Seahawks. They had the ball 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. They take it to Sinclair in the Rhino package, and he's just barely going to get across the 10-yard line, pick up of about 2, maybe 2.5 yards on the play. He's going to set up 2nd down and 7. And boy, when you got an offense that's really searching for some identity, having a short field like this really is a good move for him.
Slightly errant snap there. Brandon had to reach to his left, but
Vaughn comes in the backfield over to the left-hand side of Sinclair, and they're going to run to the left. Looks for the lead block from Brandon Vaughn. He gets it, and Sinclair runs into the end zone for his 12th touchdown of the year, a 9-yard touchdown run, and the Myrtle Beach Seahawks are up 13-0.
And what makes that Rhino package work is the different blocking wrinkles that they run off of it, because the lineup is the same. But sometimes there's a shift to the right, a shift to the left, a jab to the right, and you go opposite. But sometimes the blocking assignments where they'll switch a couple of guys really confuses the defense and just releases Brandon.
Ooh, Sean Huggins' extra point is blocked away, so we're going to be stuck at 13-0 in favor of the Myrtle Beach Seahawks. We'll take a break here from Doug Shaw Stadium, be back after a 30-second pause. You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawks football on 104.9 Bob FM.
If it crawls, call the pros at Advantage Pest Control, specializing in residential and commercial pest control for over 28 years. Advantage Pest Control is fully licensed and insured for your protection. They offer advanced termite monitoring systems, perform CL-100 inspections, and offer low odor and odorless treatments. Whether you're an HOA president, a property manager, or a homeowner with a bug problem, call the pros at Advantage Pest Control at 448-9013. If it crawls, call Advantage at 448-9013.
Brandon Sinclair from the Rhino package, his 12th touchdown of the year, and Sean Huggins' extra point was blocked, so Myrtle Beach takes a 13-0 lead. Harley Barr is going to kick off, but we were way off sides over on the far side of the field. I think that was Santrell Sutton, the junior quarterback, who was literally about 4 yards past the ball before it was kicked. So they'll back Barr up, and he'll try it again from the 35-yard line, I think.
As you said, October starts Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and the cheerleaders donning pink bows and pink pom-poms. So everybody getting in the spirit. It's pink out tonight. There's a lot of pink in the stadium, in the stands.
See your better half making her way up into the stands down there.
Yes, she is. She's the better hole. I tell people often that I'm glad my kids look and act like their mama.
4:01 to go here in the first quarter. Seahawks off to an early 13-0 lead. Ollie Barr this time gets his toe into it, and it's going to be returned. That's Johnson, Kendrick Johnson, the sophomore. He's got some open field, but a nice special open field tackle that time by 18. That's Marquise Green, backup wide receiver. And that's going to set the Wilson Tigers up 1st down and 10 from the 34-yard line.
Well, the offsides on the kickoff moves us back 5 yards, so that gives Wilson better field position. They're starting from their own 34.
Offensive line, Jalen Page, David Jones, Alexis Pipkins, Quentin McLeod, and Christopher Williams across the front for the Tigers. Quarterback is T.J. Frederick, running back Jaquan Mays, 4 receivers in the set. They give it to Mays right up the middle of the field, and I don't know who that was, but somebody stuck their nose in there. It might have been Lawson from that linebacker position.
That's either Lawson or Calvin Breen. Looks like it's Calvin Breen, number 12.
Calvin Breen, he read that run play and stepped right up and held Mays to a 2-yard gain.
And last Friday night, one of the awards they grant the defense is Big Lick Award, and Calvin Breen was granted that for last Friday night's game, and that was another big lick.
4 linemen, 3 linebacker set for the Seahawks, 4 deep in the secondary. Frederick's going to throw. Throws a quick out on the outside of number 2. That's Christian Bruce, the 6'2", 175-pound sophomore. Bruce is going to get up just shy of Myrtle Beach territory and go run out of bounds at the 49-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Nice looking pass that time from Frederick.
Well, good play there. The cornerbacks are playing off, which is normally what you want to do on the weak side of the field because you don't have any backside help. You want to give up that short, but that's a good pattern there. He picks up a 1st down on a little 10-yard curl.
Frederick says, I like back to him. Throw it again. And that time, Malik Waring tried to drift out there from his linebacker position, almost made a play on the ball, but missed it, and he hooks back up with Bruce. Bruce breaks it into the middle of the field, and now they're in Myrtle Beach territory down to 32.
And when you're by yourself on the weak side, that's where you're going to need to get help from, is the linebacker getting back to that curl position. Malik Waring was there. He just didn't react quick enough.
And it was also a strong throw by Frederick. He fakes it the other way, now throws it to his tight end, number 3. And that's going to be, actually, that's Jaquan Mays, who came out of the backfield to run into the slot position. And now the Tigers are working quick, and there's a flag on the field.
Well, 3 quick passes, just little curl patterns, 2 to the same receiver. Myrtle Beach Seahawks are clapping. There's a little jawing going on between the wide receiver, number 2, and the cornerback from Myrtle Beach, number 36, Tyshawn Singleton.
And they're calling an unsportsmanlike penalty on number 2. That's Christian Bruce, the sophomore, and it's going to back Wilson up, who were facing a 2nd down and 2. Now it's going to back him up for 15 yards, I think.
And if you're Coach Edie, these are the kinds of things that you just got to struggle. The blocking in the back call on that 1st down catch on the first drive. Here, 3 quick passes. They move the ball from inside their territory to Seahawks territory, and now we back it up.
Going from 2nd and 1 to 2nd and 16.
And Coach Edie's going to bring him over to the sidelines and have a conversation with that young sophomore receiver.
Got some scores coming your way on the Angelo Steak and Pasta scoreboard, and we got a shocker for you, folks. Stay tuned. 2:35 to go in the first quarter. The quarterback keeps it on the end around, and he's going to pick up good yardage. He gets inside the 25-yard line, gets run out of bounds. That's going to be a 1st down for the Wilson Tigers, as T.J. Frederick, the quarterback, has a nice little 20-yard keeper on 2nd and 16.
Well, Frederick does a good job on the
mesh point. At the mesh point,
the ride, the play action. Linebackers step up thinking that it's run up the middle. He pulls out, and he's got good speed to get to the outside and picks up the 1st down.
Angelo Steak and Pasta walk them off 7. Mullins, nothing in the first quarter. But here's the one we're talking about, folks. North Myrtle Beach 7, Sockasty nothing. First quarter action up in North Myrtle Beach. 1st down and 10 for the Wilson Tigers. They hand it to Mays. He tries to get around that end, gets around the grass with Chase Brill, the freshman defensive end. Gets run down after about a 3-yard gain. It's going to set up 2nd down and 10 inside the red zone of the Myrtle Beach Seahawks. 2:13 to go here in the first quarter.
Speed run to the outside. Chase Brill, as the defensive end, does a good job of keeping the blocker on his inside shoulder. He is not able to get hooked, if you will, and he's able to turn that runner back in to where he's got help. Short yardage gain for Wilson.
2nd down, let's make it 8 from just inside the 20-yard line. Frederick moving his personnel, 3 receivers to the wide side of the field, Mays in the backfield with him. Seahawks adjust defensively. Pump and go. They're trying to hit up Keontae Sessions in the end zone, and they do it. A pump and go on the outside. I think that was Raquan McCall, if I'm not mistaken, working on the freshman cornerback, and T.J. Frederick with a nice little pump fake. Sessions bit on it, and the Wilson Tigers are on the scoreboard with a 20-yard touchdown pass from T.J. Frederick to Raquan McCall.
Great call there by Coach Edie and his offensive staff. They had 3 or 4 plays in this drive where they run a little curl pattern, bump and go, as you will, curl and go. Keontae Sessions does a good job of reacting and getting there, but is unable to react on the ball. Great catch there by the receiver in the corner of the end zone.
Luke Carter on for the PAT. See if the Seahawks get any pressure up the middle. High snap, they get the kick down, the kick is up, and it is good. 13-7 here from Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium. We'll take a small pause for the cause and be back with more Seahawks football. You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawks football on 104.9 Bob FM.
For 75 years, the Myrtle Beach Area Chamber of Commerce has been promoting business, protecting jobs, and improving our economy. Today, the Chamber represents nearly 3,000 members with 50,000 employees. Promote, protect, improve. The Myrtle Beach Area Chamber of Commerce, serving the Grand Strand community with excellence.
GrandStrandRestaurants.com is the Grand Strand's official restaurant website. Find a new place to dine, unique menus, great deals, and special coupon offers. Log on to GrandStrandRestaurants.com.
You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawk football on 104.9 Bob FM.
Back at Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium, Lane Harris and Wayne Gray bringing you Myrtle Beach Seahawk football action on 104.9 Bob FM. Glad you're tuned in with us tonight. Wilson just scored a touchdown to cut into the Myrtle Beach lead, which was 13-0. It's now 13-7. Seahawks, though, will get the ball back for the third time tonight after this kickoff from Luke Carter. The kick is high, deep, and Hunter Starbeck again goes back into the end zone and no return. Actually got a flag on the play, and looks like the Wilson Tigers were offside, so that's going to back them up 5 yards, and this may allow us to get Kelton Green and possibly Jerill Wilson get their hands on the ball here on the kickoff coverage.
Well, their kicker has kicked the ball in the end zone on the opening kickoff, and there on that kickoff got a nice strong leg, but you're right. This may give us an opportunity to get a run back. And the thing about when you move the ball back 5 yards, now you've moved your kickoff team back at about another 7 yards, so a much longer distance doesn't seem like it is to cover on kickoff. You give a little bit of room to Kelton Green. We've seen him run several back.
Had a 99-yard kickoff return against West Florence, had a 70-yard interception return. So he is electric when he gets the ball in the open field. Carter approaches the ball again. Looks like Wilson stays on sides. They're going to get the ball, and that's Kelton Green. Takes it at 10. He's got some blocking, got some room. He's trying to split out there, breaks through one arm tackle. He's going to be taken down behind. Nice job by Luke Carter, the kicker, to kind of slow him down. And number 23 cleans up the action for Florence, and that's going to be Amonte Atkins, the junior backup defensive back, with great field position for the Seahawks out at their own 48-yard line.
The outside defender on the kickoff coverage recognizes I need to rush at a good angle to get Kelton Green without that coming from behind, and the kicker at least slowing him down a little bit with an arm tackle. That's a touchdown for Kelton Green, and it would have been a big one. Drayton Arnold hands the ball off to Brandon Sinclair. He dances around in the middle of the line and then gets over into Tiger territory. He's going to be taken down just inside the 49-yard line. Pickup of about 3.5 on the play, setting up second down and 7. 1:18 to go here in the first quarter. Myrtle Beach on top of Wilson, 13-7. Lane Harrison, Wayne Gray, and Evan Jumper bringing you the action here from Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium. We've had 2 Smith-Sapp touchdowns and only 1 Crestcom Bank extra point. Got lots of action going on here from Doug Shaw Stadium. Tight formation to the short side of the field.
Arnold back to pass, throws it on the outside, dumps it down to Malik Waring, and Waring's going to be very, very close to a first down as he's taken down at about the 42-yard line, right on the chains, depending on the spot we get over there, and it looks like he set it a little bit short. So we're just going to set up third down at about a foot for the Myrtle Beach Seahawks, and Mickey Wilson's going to run in Cordell Brown, who is now wearing number 75. We assume in honor of his teammate Markel Gristet, who is not going to be able to join us back this season. Jerill Wilson also comes in the game, as well as Kerry Chestnut on third down and a foot. This might be the last play of this first quarter. Sinclair takes it, bounces out to the outside, plenty of room for another Black Dog Running Company first down as he gets down to the 36-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Seahawks as Sinclair runs out of bounds. They temporarily stop the clock with 26 seconds to go in the first quarter.
What I really like what Sinclair's doing in that Rhino package is he's very patient when he gets the ball. And the offensive line is doing it, and he allows that for read the defense's penetration, and from there just take what's given to you.
Does the same thing, and this time he dances and jumps over a would-be tackler at about the line of scrimmage and dances inside the 30-yard line. It's going to pick up a good 8, maybe 9 yards on the play. Actually, it might even be enough for a first down, very close to a first down spot. But as they set up the action,
that may be the last play.
That is going to be the last play. That's it for the first quarter. 13-7 the score here from Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium. Myrtle Beach Seahawks and the Wilson Tigers set up in a good battle here in Region 7, 3:18. We're going to take our first quarter break and be back with more Seahawk football action. You're listening to Seahawk Football on 104.9 Bob FM.
Hi, I'm Louis Rodriguez with Myrtle Chevrolet Cadillac. Currently, I have the best pre-owned inventory in the area, so please ask for me and I'll make sure you get the best deal around.
You can also save thousands on any certified pre-owned Chevrolet or Cadillac. Get payments as low as $200 a month and financing as low as 0.9%. The best prices are pre-owned. Only at Myrtle Beach Chevrolet Cadillac.
Come visit us at Myrtle Beach Chevrolet Cadillac for the best prices in the world. That's how we roll.
Plus tax tax free 19 closing people. 0.9% APR financing for 39 months on select vehicles with approved credit. Ends October 31st.
For over 95 years, Nathan's Famous is more than just the best hot dog. Nathan's Famous is chicken specialty, made from all white breast meat. Nathan's Famous is steak burgers and Philly cheesesteaks. Nathan's Famous is chili cheese fries, buffalo wings, hot dog nuggets, bacon ranch fries, Caesar wraps, onion rings, and the best hot dogs on the planet. Whew. Nathan's Famous is eat in, drive-thru, or take-out. And South Carolina's only Nathan's Famous is located in Myrtle Beach at 1401 South Kings Highway. Nathan's Famous, more than just the best hot dog.
You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawk football on 104.9 Bob FM.
Sinclair on 2nd and 1 takes the snap from the shotgun formation. He's going to pick up another Black Dog Running Company first down. He rolls inside the 25-yard line down to about the 22, and Mickey Wilson's taking a look at this Rhino package, and you see him over on the sideline. He's going, we're going to hold this right here and see if Wilson can stop this rushing attack. Well, it's working for him. They're picking up good chunks of yardage. Actually, no, they are going to change it up and bring in Kelton Green, C.J. Finkley. And now they're switching out to a Florida package and spreading the field on Wilson. Good curveball here by Mickey Wilson. Drayton Arnold takes the snap from center. He's throwing long, looking in the corner of the end zone for C.J. Finkley. In and out of the hands of C.J. Finkley. And it looked like C.J. kind of hesitated a little bit and broke that route off. That might have been Finkley's first touchdown of the season.
Well, just inexperience on the receiver there. That was kind of a back shoulder fade, if you will. Yeah. He just releases. He stops. If he keeps running and then leaps, he makes an easy catch.
I'm sorry, that would have been Finkley's third touchdown of the year. He has had 2 already this season. But I think that was a great throw by Drayton Arnold to literally throw Finkley open, but Finkley didn't quite make the right adjustment. 3 receivers wide to the left. Drayton Arnold's going to fake the pass and give the ball to Sinclair on the draw play. He evades a couple of tacklers, rolls down inside the 20-yard line, pickup of about 5 yards down to the 17-yard line. 11:26 to go here in the first half. Lane Harris and Wayne Gray bringing you Myrtle Beach Seahawks football action. Seahawks lead 13-7. On the Angelo Steak and Pasta scoreboard over in Kellytown Stadium in Hartsville. Marlboro County now up 13-7 over Hartsville. North Myrtle Beach still up 7-0 on Socastee in the first quarter. Mullins now 8, Waccamaw 7 in the first quarter. Crestwood 7, Darlington 6 in the first quarter. Lakeview 7, Hannah Pamplico nothing in the first quarter on the Angelo Steak and Pasta scoreboard. Rhino package for the Seahawks on 3rd down and short. They give it to Kelton Green, and he's going to run out of a tackle. The ball's loose on the field. Looks like the Tigers have it, and they're going to run it back. They're at the 30. He's at the 40, and he's not going to get touched. Kelton Green puts the ball on the ground, and that's going to cost the Seahawks a big 80-yard fumble return. Trying to see who that is. Looks like number 18. Actually, it's number 11, Jerron Lassane, the 5'8", 166-pound sophomore defensive back, pops on that Kelton Green fumble, and we got a ball game now, Wayne Gray. It's tied at 13, pending the extra point.
Well, the Seahawks stay in a Rhino package on 3rd and 5, but they bring Brandon Sinclair out, and they put Kelton Green. Kelton's trying to make something happen by bumping outside. 2 defenders follow him. They strip the ball. He fumbles it right and bounces into the arms of the defender for Wilson, and he just showed some speed and took it back all the way.
Carter on for the extra point for the Tigers. The kick is up, and it's good. And the Wilson Tigers now claim a 14-13 lead here from Doug Shaw Stadium. We'll take a break and be right back with more Myrtle Beach High School football on 104.9 Bob FM.
Glens Bay Dental Associates of Surfside Beach is your full-service cosmetic and family dental practice. With over 80 years of combined patient care, Glens Bay Dental Associates has been consistently voted Best of the Beach by Grand Strand residents in the Sun News. Their friendly and caring staff have the experience to make your visit, well, enjoyable. Call 650-5100. That's 650-5100 for Glens Bay Dental Associates, located at 1625 Glens Bay Road in Surfside Beach.
You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawk football on 104.9 Bob FM.
14-13 to score here on a 80-yard fumble return for a touchdown by sophomore defensive back Jerron Lassane has put the Wilson Tigers up above the Myrtle Beach Seahawks, who jumped out to a 13-0 lead in this game. Carter will kick it off high and deep, but returnable. And it looks like DeJure Wilson's going to take it. He crosses over the 20-yard line, waiting for some blocks to pick up. He's going to be taken down as he gets over the 30 on a nice tackle by number 5, DeQuari Jenkins, the linebacker, the senior, 6', 205-pounder. Myrtle Beach Seahawks with a nice return that time by DeJure Wilson, setting up 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Youthful mistake in the position that he's normally not playing. Kelton Green just trying to work too hard and puts the ball on the ground. You know, when you cannot make mistakes. And right now, we got a lot of football left to play, but both that blocked extra point and that fumble has been 2 plays that have turned this game.
14-13. They give the ball to Sinclair up the middle, and he's got good room. Breaks out over the 40-yard line, pickup of about 6 yards on the play, 6.5 maybe. It's going to set up a 2nd down and 4 with 10:20 to go here in the first half. Stay tuned to halftime for the Royal Cleaners halftime show. We'll have the Arnold Chiropractic halftime adjustment and the Nathan's Hot Dog statistics of the first half. Gets you all up to date on what's going on around the area on the Angelo's Steak and Pasta High School scoreboard. 2nd down, and let's make it 3 for the Myrtle Beach Seahawks after a gain by 7 on 1st down. Sinclair's going to get the call again. This time the Tigers converge on him. He's going to lose a yard on the play as he barely gets across the 40-yard line down to 41. There's a flag on the play thrown by the side judge right in front of the Myrtle Beach bench. Let's see if this is going to be, it is a legal procedure against the Seahawks. I'd be interested if Wilson will take this penalty. And actually, Mickey Wilson's talking to that side judge and trying to explain what's going on. And so many times this year, we've seen the formations at Myrtle Beach that seem to confuse a lot of these high school officials.
Well, as we were watching here, he calls it to this side of the field. I didn't see any movement. Coach Wilson asked who from the ref, and see a little bit of disgust that comes from the receiver. But now we're looking at 2nd and 9 as opposed to 2nd and 4.
Back at the 36-yard line go the Seahawks. 3 receivers in the set. Sinclair off to the left-hand side of Drayton Arnold. They fake it to Sinclair. He's looking. He's got Waring in the seam. He's got it. Caught it into Tiger territory. Took a big lick from the free safety, James Green. But Waring comes down with the catch and picks up another Black Dog first down. Black Dog Running Company first down for the Seahawks.
And that's the stretching of the field that we've been wanting to see from Malik Waring. The slot receiver does a good job of just release. Drayton looks to his left, comes right back to his right. Big first down. Rhino package with Brandon Sinclair right in the middle. The offensive line just pushed Wilson back, and he just follows him for 5 or 6 yards.
And I wouldn't be afraid to see Mickey Wilson stay with this Rhino package until he gets control of this game.
Absolutely.
Because if you can get that kind of push up front against the defensive front, which is not very big, you got a couple of guys in there that are under 200 pounds, and that's what they're doing, Wayne. These guys are just pushing the pile ahead, and they're going to let number 22 run behind it. And they're going to give him a first down as he crosses over the 30-yard line down to about the 38. Another Black Dog Running Company first down for the Seahawks. Bringing in some substitutions, bringing in Chase Brill to run some defensive end. Also bringing in number 20. That's Anthony Taylor, 5'8", 165-pound sophomore, in at one of the blocking backs. Sinclair still back in the shotgun formation. Runs it over the right-hand side, lowers his head, jumps inside the 25-yard line, gets down to about the 24, pickup of about 4 yards on the play. And right now it's 4 yards in a cloud of dust for the Seahawk offense. 8:30 to go here in the first half.
Coach Wilson using some different players in this Rhino package, but as you said, if you're going to get 3 and 4 and 5 yards each time, just continue to stay with it until you get control.
Sinclair's going to try to go to the left-hand side. Good penetration by the Tigers, and this time they take him down. No gain on the play, and now the Wilson Tigers are starting to sell out on that run by Brandon Sinclair. And they're bringing 8-9 guys up to the line of scrimmage. And now Mickey Wilson's going to bring back in Samuel Jordan, Graham Vaughn, and Drayton Arnold. We go back to a 3-wide receiver set with Drayton Arnold. With Vaughn at the tight end. Vaughn's been open almost all night in the seam play. Let's see if they try to hit him again on 3rd down and 7 for the Seahawks. Option play. Pitch it out on the outside. He picks up a nice block on the outside by a wide receiver. Cuts back into the middle. Down inside the 10-yard line and knocked down at the 5-yard line. Great block on the outside. C.J. Finkley really did a great job of springing that.
Excellent execution by the quarterback. He brings the defender to him, all the way to him, to where he can't play both quarterback and pitch. Great blocking, though, as you said, by the wide receivers, both in the short field and down the field. And here we come back with a rhino package inside the 5-yard line.
Black Dog Running Company first down. They hike it to Sinclair. He goes right up the middle, and he's going to walk into the end zone for his second touchdown of the night on a 5-yard touchdown run. Our third Smith Sapp touchdown of the night belongs to Brandon Sinclair, the sophomore running back for the Myrtle Beach Seahawks. Seahawks now up 19-14.
What you like about what we did there is we drove the ball all the way down the field. We get a nice return to about the 35-yard line, and we just execute and move the ball down the field very quickly after Wilson goes ahead with their second touchdown. Fumble there on the going for two.
And Sinclair, actually, it's no good. They went to the rhino package. We've had a couple of questionable snaps back to Sinclair. He couldn't handle that one, so that's going to leave our score at 19-14 as the Seahawks are chasing around some extra points here. We'll take a quick break here from Doug Shaw Stadium. 19-14. Listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawks football on 104.9 Bob FM.
Are you hungry for seafood, steaks, burgers, and salads? Dirty Don's Oyster Bar and Grill has them all with the best happy hour in town. Seriously, the best in town. 50 cents, shrimp, oysters, mussels, and wings, Monday through Friday from 4 until 6. And don't forget the $6 weekend oyster roast. Every Saturday and Sunday from 1 until 3. 2 locations on 21st Avenue North and oceanfront on the boardwalk just north of 9th Avenue. You can't see it from the boulevard. You gotta walk around. Okay, coming soon, Dirty Don's Marina Grill and Raw Bar and Barefoot Resort. Dirty Don's, come sit on our big wooden deck.
You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawk football on 104.9 Bob FM.
Lane Harris and Wayne Gray back at Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium, where the Seahawks have just taken a 19-14 lead over the Wilson Tigers. Sean Huggins kicks, taken by Frederick inside the 10-yard line. He brings it right up the middle of the field, picks up some nice blocks, but taken down at the 35-yard line. Nice return by the Tigers, and that's where their offense will set up 1st and 10. Try to get back in this game. Back and forth affair. Our second lead change of the night. And on the Angelo Steak and Pasta scoreboard, Hartsville is caught up with Marlboro County. It's 14-13 in the second quarter. And up in North Myrtle Beach, the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs 14, Socastee 3. Starting the second quarter action up in North Myrtle Beach. That could turn out to be a shocker. Frederick and the offense come back out on the field. More from the Angelo Steak and Pasta scoreboard after this play. Spread formation. Hands it to Mays. Goes right up the middle and goes down into the arm tackle. Number 31. There's that Singleton kid back on the field again. Good to see Corbin Singleton, the 6'1", 205-pound senior linebacker, in on his first hit of the night. 2nd down and 5 for the Tigers. Corbin, a transfer from Greenville, played at Daniel High School. Here as a senior and really will help anchor that defensive linebacking crew. Give it to Mays again up the middle. Actually, that's number 21. That's DeLeon James, 5'10", 180-pound sophomore, and he's going to pick up 1st down yards as he crosses over the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Clock rolling here in the second quarter, 6:30 to go. Back on the Angelo Steak and Pasta scoreboard. See if we've got any other scores here. Georgetown and St. James 0-0 at the end of the first quarter. Hemingway 7, Timminsville nothing. Start of the second quarter. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. They try to get into Myrtle Beach territory. They got a power sweep going this way. And number 3 is going to be taken down for a loss in the play. Jaquan Mays. And you're right, Wayne Gray. It looked like that offensive lineman was holding the Myrtle Beach defender as he was trying to get outside.
Well, Chase Brill, defensive end, does another good job of not allowing that defender to hook or control him or pin him in. He keeps him on his inside, stretches the run out. Kelton Green comes up. And they prevent the runner from getting outside in that speed run for Wilson. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. 4 receivers in the set. Actually, 5 receivers in the set. T.J. Frederick in an empty backfield. Let's see if this Myrtle Beach defensive line can get a little pressure on number 9. He's going to try to make a quick throw, but before he does, Wilson's going to take a timeout. We'll do the same here from Doug Shaw Stadium. Seahawks up 19-14. You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawks football, 104.9 Bob FM.
For 75 years, the Myrtle Beach Area Chamber of Commerce has been promoting business, protecting jobs, and improving our economy. Today, the Chamber represents nearly 3,000 members with 50,000 employees. Promote, protect, improve. The Myrtle Beach Area Chamber of Commerce, serving the Grand Strand community with excellence.
GrandStrandEvents.com is the area's most comprehensive and free online events calendar, loaded with information about events, festivals, concerts, and other fun activities. Check out GrandStrandEvents.com.
You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawk football on 104.9 Bob FM.
Hey, Seahawk fans, the Restaurant of the Month is also one of the newest along the Grand Strand. Simply Southern Smokehouse opened its doors on June 27th and has been showcasing its barbecue and other Southern classics ever since. Customers are loving the fried chicken and collard greens. Go by and find out for yourself. Located at 1913 Mr. Joe White Avenue in Myrtle Beach, courtesy of GrandStrandEvents.com, where you can go and find out everything that's going on in the Myrtle Beach area. 2nd and 10. Frederick with a pump fake, throwing deep, looking for his receiver. Got him out there, and a diving catch made on the outside as the safety, Jazur Wilson, could not get over there in time by number 2, Christian Bruce, the sophomore, laid out for that one. Beautiful catch.
Well, two things there. Excellent throw and then a better catch. I mean, he throws it over the defender's head. He outraces Jazur Wilson, the safety. You just cannot let guys get behind you. But a great diving, leaping catch. Didn't think he would hold on to that, and it does. And, Wilson's about to strike here for a score inside Seahawk 30-yard line on the 25.
First down and 10 from the 22, we'll call it. Just under 6 minutes to go in the game. Wilson trying to take the lead with another touchdown. See if the Seahawk defense will draw a line in the sand here and keep him out of the end zone. Frederick takes the snap, fakes it to Mays, and runs up the middle. He's going to get met by, I think that's Calvin Vereen, number 12, but not before Frederick plows forward to pick up a good 4, maybe 5 yards on the play. And that 6'3", 185-pound frame from that senior quarterback doing some good damage back there. And as you said, Wayne, very good at leaving that ball in the belly of the back at that mesh point and really making that defense literally freeze in their stance.
Well, the longer that you carry that ride or that play action, they freeze, and then he's reading that linebacker, and he pulls it out and picks up 4 yards.
Frederick's been deadly with that arm, throwing downfield to Kendrick Johnson and Christian Bruce. He's going to try it again. Throws it on the outside, high, up, and in. Oh, in and out of the hands of Raekwon McCall, who caught the touchdown pass earlier tonight.
And that's the touchdown if he holds on to that. Just a little out pattern, one-on-one back to the weak side against the cornerback, and both the cornerback and the linebacker have got to do a better job of getting in the line of the throw. The linebacker does.
This young Myrtle Beach secondary really being put to the task by the strong arm and slick roots of the Wilson wide receivers and their quarterback, T.J. Frederick. 3rd down now and 6 from the 17-yard line, well within Carter's field goal range. Frederick throws it on the out, but it's going to be in and out of the hands of number 1, their wide receiver, slot receiver out there, Kendrick Johnson, the 5'7" senior, who's had 4 touchdown catches this season, could not hold on to it. Luke Carter is walking up to Coach Chad Eady to see if it's going to be his number that's called. And Chad Eady is going to send Carter back, and he's going to go for it here on 4th down and a long 6 from the Myrtle Beach 18-yard line with just under 5 minutes to go here in the ball game. Could be a flip-flops game-changing play right here, Wayne Gray. Myrtle Beach fans getting up on their feet and make some noise. 4 receivers in the set. And number 21, DeLeon James, back in the pocket. Frederick pump fakes again, gets forced out of the pocket to his left, looks downfield, high above. The throw is incomplete over the head of its intended receiver, Christian Bruce, and the Myrtle Beach Seahawks will take over 1st and 10, and that's going to be a Pine Lakes Tavern defensive stop on 4th down.
Well, you got to really appreciate the defensive back. They've gone with that stop and go a couple of times and been successful. Good defensive coverage. Line gets penetration, forces the quarterback to roll to his right. He just has to throw it away, and Seahawks hold him there, take over on downs with 4:47 to go in the 2nd quarter.
Seahawks lead 19-14 over the Wilson Tigers. Region 7 3A action, the first game for both of these teams. Drayton Arnold back in the shotgun formation. Sinclair off to his left. They give us to Sinclair right up the middle, right into the heart of that Wilson Tiger defense. And Sinclair is lucky to make it to the 20-yard line. Pick up of about 1.5 yards on the play. It's going to set up 2nd down. And, hey, folks, don't forget, tomorrow morning, Phoenix Barber Center over 2008 North Kings Highway on the corner of 21st Avenue North and Kings Highway, right there next to the new Dollar General store. Saturday morning quarterback. I'll be in there. Be glad to talk Myrtle Beach High School football, Coastal Carolina football, Carolina Panthers football. We'll talk about whatever sports you want to. Kevin and Enoch, Dix and Dina, and Junior and Kay and everybody in there welcome you to Enoch's Barber Center for Saturday morning quarterback. They fake it to Sinclair, throw the out pattern. Kelton Green's got it. Makes a man miss. He's got blockers downfield. Falls in behind his lineman and looking for a second wave of block, and he's at the 40. Inside of Tiger territory, cuts back against the grain at the 35, 25. He's gone. House it. Call it. Kelton Green, an 80-yard touchdown pass from Brayton Arnold, and a beautiful weaving run after the catch, and Kelton Green makes up for the earlier fumble.
Well, Kelton can make some mistakes. We saw a fumble there on that Rhino package, but there was just that little underneath bubble screen, and he is electrifying. We've seen him run interceptions back, touchdowns back off a kickoff and punt. There he takes it for 80 yards, weaving in and out, and he picks up a nice couple of blocks, too. So good job by his receivers and linemen to come downfield and to continue to block for him.
Yeah, I couldn't pick up the number of that offensive lineman that was down there, but he was well downfield making the block. Sean Huggins' extra point is up and good. The Seahawks now take a 12-point lead, 26-14. We'll keep it here at Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium. Don't forget, folks, the after-game place to be here for Seahawks fans is Little Amici's, just steps away from the aquarium over at Broadway at the beach. A large slice of pizza plus a drink for only $3. And Little Amici's is open all the way to midnight. So join all the other Seahawks fans over at Little Amici's in Broadway at the beach. We appreciate Bill Hallman, the owner of Little Amici's, for everything he does to support Seahawk football. Big play on the offense. Could be our Long Bears long-distance player tonight. An 80-yard touchdown pitch and catch from Brayton Arnold to Kelton Green puts Myrtle Beach back up.
And Lane, think of that, a couple of plays of what that does. 3 plays there. We hold them on 4th and 5. We come out inside on our 20, inside the 20-yard line. First play, we pick up 4 or 5 yards. Second play, a little bubble screen. We hit Kelton Green, and he weaves in and out and gets good blocking downfield, an 80-yard touchdown run, and that's a 14-point turnaround right there.
And that fourth down lack of conversion, that Pine Lakes defensive stop might be our game-changing play, or flip-flops game-changing play of the game. The kick by Arlie Barr is short and returned by Florence Wilson out over the 20-yard line down to about the 22, and that's where Chad Eady's Tigers will come out and take over with 3:46 to go here in the first half. Don't forget now, at halftime, the Royal Cleaners halftime show, lots of information, statistics, and analysis of this first half of action between a high-scoring affair between the Myrtle Beach Seahawks and the Wilson Tigers. 26-14, Myrtle Beach on top. Frederick back on the field with his offense, trying to get another drive going. They've done a good job of driving the ball down the field against the Seahawk offense. To give it to Mays on the handoff up the middle, and this time the guys up front stand that play up for little if no gain on 1st down and 10.
Enough time here, Lane, with 3:40 to go. If we get a hold here, stop here on these 3 downs, we get the ball back with probably pretty good field position.
Seahawks do have 2 timeouts left, and the Wilson Tigers only have 1. We're under 3.5 minutes to go here in the ball game. Back on the Angelo Steak and Pasta scoreboard. North Myrtle Beach 14, Socastee 10 in the second quarter. So Doug Elling and the Socastee Braves, led by Hunter Renfro, starting to make some inroads on the early lead by the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs. Frederick slings it out real quickly. Might be a lateral. Neither of the officials have called it incomplete. It is Myrtle Beach ball. Frederick threw that ball almost directly sideways. They're going to call it a lateral. Johnson was unable to catch the ball and did not get on it. Let's see who came up and recorded. Was that Heath Gray on the ball?
No, I think it's either Kelton Green or, well, it could have been Kelton Green and DeJour Wilson do a good job and Malik Plyer of rushing on that little screen, and that's what happens when it's questionable. Their receiver just stopped, thinking I'm not behind the quarterback, and according to the side ref, he was.
3:05, another game-changing play could take place right here. Drayton Alden shotgun. He's going to fake it to Sinclair. He's throwing. He's got Graham Vaughn open to the middle. Catch, and they're going to call him down at the 1-foot line. 1-foot line. Graham Vaughn literally had to stop as that ball was slightly underthrown from Drayton Arnold. That would have been an easy 6 if that ball was 2 foot higher.
Well, Brooks Vaughn, his mom, Grandma Vaughn's listening from Winston-Salem. We thought Graham was going to get in the end zone there. He was open, just a little underthrown.
We need to put number 5 back there on the back of that shotgun, let him run it in. Instead, they're going to give it to Brandon Sinclair, and he's going to have his 3rd touchdown of the night. Another Smith-Stapp touchdown on a powerful 1-yard run up into the middle, and the Myrtle Beach Seahawks are now starting to get some breathing room as they now go up 18 on the Tigers. on that 1-yard touchdown run by sophomore running back Brandon Sinclair. Seahawks really taking advantage of the mistakes by this young Florence Wilson team. In the hold, Jake Deskins. Sean Huggins' PAT is up. It's ugly, but it's good. 33-14. Seahawks lead by 19. We'll keep it here.
And in about 6 or 7 plays, the Seahawks have gone from being up just 19-14 to 33-14. They do a great job here when their backs are up against the wall on a 4th and 5. They're doing a good job getting pressure on the quarterback. He overthrows the receiver, so there's a turnover on downs. On the second play of that offensive drive, Kelton Green takes it 80 yards. We kick off on Wilson's second or third play of that offensive series, a lateral. Receiver thinks it's not. We react aggressively, go and recover the fumble, and then first play we try to go for the end zone, which is what you want to do. You got the momentum, underthrown ball, but Graham Vaughn makes a nice catch at the 1-yard line, and then Brandon Sinclair is just able to take it in from there.
And you're right, Wayne. Literally within about 4 minutes of clock time, Myrtle Beach has gone from being down 14-13 to being up 33-14. So literally 20 straight unanswered points by the Myrtle Beach Seahawks. As Sean Huggins set to kick off here with 2:51 to go here in the first half. And his kick is high.
I believe that one's going in the end zone.
And it is well deep, 5-6 yards deep in the end zone. And Kendrick Johnson will have nothing to do with it. Chad Eady's Tigers will take over 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line. I tell you what, Wayne, for a while there, it was looking a little scary, but this Myrtle Beach team has put their pedal to the metal, much like they did against West Florence in the second half of their 42-21 win in week 2.
Well, what I've seen in the last several plays here is actually a little more spirited play. When we let them go ahead 14-13, I saw it in a run right off of that touchdown return by Brandon Sinclair, where he just hit the hole really, really hard, and from that point, it just got a little more aggressive on both sides of the ball. We've got to keep it up. We've got a lot of football to play.
4 receivers in the set. T.J. Frederick with a deep drop. It's a screen over the middle and greatly played by the defensive line of the Myrtle Beach Seahawks. Is that
Shaquan McCray?
It is Shaquan McCray, who literally stayed at home and took down number 1, Kendrick Johnson, the shifty 5'7", 155-pound senior, for only a gain of a yard on that play, as that play looked to be set up pretty good as the offensive line let 3 Myrtle Beach defenders rush through to get to Frederick, but Frederick got the pass away on time. Malik Pryor now in playing some outside cornerback position, trying to slow up these outside receivers for the Tigers. They run a power sweep to the wide side of the field, and Pryor, who I just mentioned, came off the outside receiver and makes a nice little shoestring tackle at about the 26-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and about 4.
I tell you, here 2 minutes to go. We hold them here and we force them to punt. That's enough time for this Seahawk offense. And we said, I think Coach Wilson's got all of his time. He's got 2 of his 3 timeouts left.
Actually, only 1 left.
1 left. Okay.
I think he just took one.
Yeah, that's right. Good timeout to go and stop the clock here. We want to hold them on this 3rd and 5. Force them to punt.
GrandstrandRestaurants.com is a proud sponsor of Seahawk football, and Barbara Crady Whitley is the chef at Crady's Restaurant and Bar in Conway, and she invites you out to come see them over at Crady's Restaurant. She has no formal training, instead learning from her mother and teaching herself through curiosity and observation. The restaurant opened in October of 2001 as Crady's Coffee Shop, but has since expanded to a full dining operation capable of seating 40 to 50 diners for lunch or dinner over in Conway. We appreciate GrandstrandRestaurants.com. You can go to GrandstrandRestaurants.com if you're in town looking for a place to eat. GrandstrandRestaurants.com will tell you all about the best places to eat along the Grand Strand here. 2:06 to go in the game. In the first half, 33-14. The Myrtle Beach Seahawks have bounced back with 20 unanswered points after being down 14-13 to the Wilson Tigers. Wilson has the ball 3rd down and 4. And a flag on the play. Dead ball foul as they go in. That's probably going to be some type of procedure penalty. Dead ball. Sideline violation against Wilson. So is that a warning or a...
It's got to be a warning, since it appears to me to be. I don't recall there being another sideline violation.
I against about 5 or 6 players standing on the side.
I know.
But they're not marking it off, so it must be a warning. 3rd down and 4. Wilson needs to get just outside the 30-yard line to pick up the 1st down. T.J. Frederick back in the shotgun. Mays off to his side. He's going to pass. Good pressure by the Seahawks. Cordell Brown misses him. He reverses field. Chase Brill misses him and cuts back up the middle. And now he gets free. He's down the sidelines, and Marcus Chestnut's going to run him out, but not before he picks up a first down. And boy, you had 3 different Seahawks have their sights set on T.J. Frederick, and the elusive senior quarterback moves the chains for the Tigers.
Well, you just got to credit the quarterback there because he turns and rolls to his right. There's a line of defensive linemen just unable to make a tackle on him. He splits that, comes back to the short side of the field, and releases for a first down. So just great athletic ability there by the quarterback for Wilson Tigers.
I tell you what, if that's an omen about next week, we're going to see an even more elusive quarterback in Hunter Renfro. First down and 10. Wilson with a power running play right up the middle, and that's the Leon James sophomore running back, as he's going to pick up a good 9.5 yards, just a little bit short of a first down as he crosses over into Myrtle Beach territory, and we cross over to a minute and a half, 90 seconds to go here in the first half. Marcus Chestnut coming off the field, and just getting Singleton will replace him.
And just getting a rest here. We're
a little bit gassed on the defense.
We're pressing. There's Corbin steps up from the middle linebacker position, but they pick up a first down.
It was only a second down and about a foot, but you saw that number 31 shoot in there. Corbin Singleton's been missing being on the field. He stepped up and stuck his nose right in the middle of that. That's the kind of tackle you like to see.
And you're going to change your defense a little bit here from what we were doing when Wilson was back up against their own, and they're across the field with a minute 14 here. Well, you want to just keep everything in front of you. You want to prevent them from getting an opportunity to score. But I do like the pressure. That's Malik Pryor.
Yeah, they're putting him on McCall to kind of double cover him. They throw the ball out to Mays on the outside, and he breaks a tackle and gets down the sidelines, and Azure Wilson knocks him out of bounds, but not before he gets down to the 21-yard line with 1:01 to go. But hold on, Wayne Gray. We got a flag on the field right at just downfield, about 10 yards past where the catch was made.
Good spacing there that Wilson was able to create. And Myrtle Beach misses a block, but it looks like we're going to get a holding call against Wilson.
It is going to be a holding call against Wilson. So again, Chad Eady's, it's been 3 or 4 big plays that they've had that have been nullified by penalties.
Well, earlier in the drive when they were down, it resulted in a first down off the catch, but was negated with a blocking in the back. There's another one where you pick up the first down, you're moving the chains. Really would like to get a score here instead of going into halftime down 33-14, but negated by, and that's why there was so much spacing out there, because that receiver was holding the defender of the Seahawks.
The penalty is going to mark it back. It's still going to be first down at about 10 yards, actually about 9.5, right outside the 45-yard line. Let's see if the Seahawks can draw a line in the sand and keep the Wilson Tigers out of the end zone and hang on to this 19-point lead. T.J. Frederick looks at his armband. Play clock down under 5. Takes the snap, and he's going to fake one time, look at the throw. He's looking downfield for his receiver, and it's in and out of the hands and knocked down with one hand by Azure Wilson from his strong safety position. He reaches up and bats that pass away. He's going to set up second down and 10.
Well, again, stop and go. They've run that 3 or 4 times. We do a much better job there, and really, Azure, less than a minute to go. You don't want anybody to get behind. He does a great job of getting back there and just knocking it down. We think he has an opportunity for an interception. Ball's a little overthrown.
Yeah, the pump and go when you've got too deep coverage is not going to be a very effective move, because those safeties are not going to bite up on any type of up-front fake. They want to keep the ball in front of them. Frederick hands it off, but actually falls down coming out of the mesh point. He's going to lose 5 yards on the play back to the 49-yard line. It was only one timeout left. I think Chad Eady. Actually, no, they're not going to burn it. That's going to set up third down and 14 for the Tigers back at the 49-yard line.
Interesting there, power sweep. Looked like he had plenty of room out there, but the quarterback decides to just keep it, and he falls down.
And poor clock management here, as they've got personnel all over the field. 5, 6, 10. They got 11 guys on the field, but they're running around.
And we've got 4 seconds on the play clock.
And they're going to have, Chad Eady's going to have to burn his last time out. We'll take a quick break here from Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium.
Hi, I'm Rodriguez with Myrtle Chevrolet Cadillac, and currently I have the best pre-owned inventory in the area. Hi, I'm Louis Rodriguez with Myrtle Chevrolet Cadillac. Currently, I have the best pre-owned inventory in the area, so please ask for me and I'll make sure you get the best deal around.
You can also save thousands on any certified pre-owned Chevrolet or Cadillac. Get payments as low as $200 a month and financing as low as 0.9%. The best prices, all pre-owned. Only at Myrtle Beach Chevrolet Cadillac.
Come visit us at Myrtle Beach Chevrolet Cadillac for the best prices in the world. That's how we roll.
Plus tax tax, free 19 closing fee, 0.9% APR financing for 39 months on select vehicles with approved credit. Ends October 31st.
You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawk football on 104.9 Bob FM.
Lane Harris and Wayne Gray back at Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium, getting close for the Royal Cleaners halftime show. Myrtle Beach hoping to hang on to this 33-14 lead to head into the locker room. Wilson with the ball, 3rd down and 13 from just inside Myrtle Beach territory at the 49-yard line. T.J. Frederick, the senior quarterback, back in the shotgun. He loses the ball on the ground, picks it up at the last minute, flag on the play, and Frederick's going to be brought down well short of the first down by Corbin Singleton. And that play was blown up from the very first, Wayne Gray.
Well, the quarterback's backing up in the shotgun position before he can get the ball, and it just fumbles, and that's it for the first half. Seahawks with 20 unanswered points in a short 4-minute span late in the second quarter have taken control of this game, 33-14. We'll be back after this 2-minute pause for the cause with the Royal Cleaners halftime show. You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawks football on 104.9 Bob FM.
All right, class, let's work on our ABCs for after the game. A is for Myrte's Brick Oven. B stands for the best taste in town. Myrte's and great taste. Oh, and the C? Well, the C is for cause, because we have the lowest in town. So for a big slice of mouth-watering pizza and a drink, only $3, and only on game nights. When the chips are on the line and you're asked about the ABCs of football, you can say it all starts with Little Myrte's, just down the road to Broadway at the beach after the game. If it crawls, call the pros at Advantage Pest Control, specializing in residential and commercial pest control for over 28 years. Advantage Pest Control is fully licensed and insured for your protection. They offer advanced termite monitoring systems, perform CL-100 inspections, and offer low odor and odorless treatments. Whether you're an HOA president, a property manager, or a homeowner with a bug problem, call the pros at Advantage Pest Control at 448-9013. If it crawls, call Advantage at 448-9013. Take a walk on the wild side and come celebrate the great outdoors at Longbeard's Bar and Grill, located at 5040 Carolina Forest Boulevard. Open at 10:30 a.m. 7 days a week, Longbeard's distinct menu offers lunch, dinner, and late-night service in a rustic atmosphere and will inspire you to try something a little different. Try our lean elk burger, alligator bites, wild boar wings, bison, wild turkey, quail, and coming soon, American water buffalo, homegrown in Conway. Longbeard's has $5 lunch specials and dinner specials every night. Located behind the food line in the HTC building on River Oaks Drive, take a walk on the wild side at Longbeard's.
My HTC digital cable service connects me to my favorite shows and new release movies with video on demand, so I can watch what I want, when I want, and I can choose from more than 200 channels, including digital cable sports. I'll never miss a play for my favorite team in any season. With HTC, it's a win-win, because HTC connects me with the things that mean the most.
See every Sunday afternoon touchdown with NFL Red Zone with the Passport Plus package for only $5 per month. Call HTC at 843-369-8961.
HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
It's time for more Myrtle Beach High School football with the Royal Cleaners halftime show on 104.9 Bob FM.
Welcome into the Royal Cleaners halftime show here at Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium, where the Myrtle Beach Seahawks have found themselves in front of Wilson Tigers 33-14 after a very strong second quarter of action, highlighted by two Brandon Sinclair touchdown runs of 5 and 1 yard and a 80-yard touchdown reception from Kelton Green to Kelton Green from Drayton Arnold. And those three touchdowns within about a 4-minute span turned what was a 14-13 Myrtle Beach deficit into a 33-14 lead. And Royal Cleaners, who appreciate everything that they do to support Myrtle Beach Seahawk football, and bringing you this halftime show. And Nathan's Hot Dogs, the official hot dog of the Myrtle Beach Seahawks, has some. We've got some halftime stats here for you, and I'll let Wayne Gray go over those right now.
Well, let's start with Myrtle Beach Seahawk offense. Drayton Arnold, 6 for 8 for 197 yards. Good completion percentage. Of course, of that 197 of them, 80 came off a little bubble screen to Kelton Green. But what I've really liked is we've looked for Malik Ware, and we've gone to him twice. He's 4 for 99 yards, but 2 of our passes were long seam patterns right down the middle. 1 for a touchdown, 1 for a first down on the third down. And Brandon Sinclair, 21 carries for right at 100 yards. So good balance tonight between Myrtle Beach. Not a lot of throws, just 8, but when we've been able to run the ball the way we've had, we've gone to that short yardage rhino package several times. And Brandon is continuing to pick up the kind of yardage that we would expect him to do. Myrtle Beach has got 11 first downs, third down conversions are third for 3 of 5, and fourth down conversions are 2 of 2. Which that happened on that drive where we went up 13-0, one of them being on that touchdown pass. On the other side of the ball, Wilson does have 13 first downs, but just 5 of 9 of passing from their quarterback. And, of course, they've got 14 points, one coming on a 20-yard touchdown pass. That was a nice drive that Wilson had. That was about the best performance of their offense, and the other touchdown coming on that fumble by Kelton Green and returned about 85 yards.
You're right, Wayne. You take that 80-yard fumble return out of the equation here, and Myrtle Beach is completely dominant in this game in the first 2 quarters. Let's give you a scoring summary. All the way back on Myrtle Beach's first drive, they won the toss and elected to receive, and Drayton Arnold directed them all the way down the field and capped it off with 7:34 left in the first quarter with a 24-yard touchdown pass to Malik Waring, and Sean Huggins, PAT, made it 7-0. And after Florence Wilson came on, drove out to about the 40-yard line. Myrtle Beach defense held, and the punt was blocked by Malik Pryor and/or DeJour Wilson. We haven't really gotten confirmation on who blocked that punt, but both of them were right in the middle of the mix and recovered out of bounds by the freshman Chase Brill. That set Myrtle Beach up with a short field, and at 4:03 to go in the first quarter, Brandon Sinclair followed that up with his first touchdown of the night, a 9-yard touchdown run. Sean Huggins' PAT was blocked after that, so Myrtle Beach only led 13-0. And then after on the ensuing drive, the Wilson Tigers get the ball and led by their senior quarterback T.J. Frederick, take the ball right down the field, take advantage of the young freshman cornerback Keontae Sessions and Raekwon McCall, their senior wide receiver, who has a lot of size advantage over Keontae Sessions, hauls in a 20-yard touchdown pass from T.J. Frederick. Luke Carter's PAT made it 13-7. And then as we move over into the second quarter, Myrtle Beach driving down inside the red zone, going to their jumbo rhino package. Kelton Green in at that running back position in place of Brandon Sinclair. He takes the ball over the left-hand side, puts the ball on the ground, and Jerron Lestane, the sophomore cornerback for the Wilson Tigers, scoops up that fumble and returns it 80 yards for a touchdown. Luke Carter's PAT was good, and that put Florence Wilson up 14-13 for a very brief time in this game. The two teams traded off possessions, and then with about 7 minutes to go in the first half, the Seahawks get down inside the red zone, and Brandon Sinclair has a 5-yard touchdown run. They go for 2 on the 2-point conversion. It's no good, so Seahawks hold on to a 19-14 lead. Seahawks hold. We get a Pine Lakes defense to stop. Seahawks take over on the 20-yard line, and then Kelton Green takes a short little pass on the outside from Drayton Arnold and races 80 yards, weaving in and out of traffic as he runs down the field, cuts back at the last minute, back against the green, and runs it in from 80 yards out. From PAT that time from Sean Huggins was good. 26-14 was the lead, and then the Myrtle Beach Seahawks get a turnover, and then with 2:51 to go, Brandon Sinclair with his 3rd touchdown of the night. 3rd touchdown in as many weeks. He had 3 last week against Conway, puts the Myrtle Beach Seahawks up 33-14, and a game that looked like it was almost spiraling out of control. This young, inexperienced Seahawk team buttons their chin straps a little tighter and finds a way to win.
Well, I'm sure what Coach Wilson is talking to him in the locker room about is, hey guys, we got to be happy with where we are. We're up 33-14, but we were up 13-0. We had a little letdown, then we had a second letdown. Now, after that, as I told you just a few minutes ago, they kicked off. We got a nice run back. The very first play, I saw Brandon Sinclair just hit the hole really, really hard. I think they kind of lifted the team. And then very quickly there, we just scored those 20 unanswered points. And so what he's going to be talking to us about is we got to keep that kind of intensity every play all the time. Defensively, made a nice little adjustment. We moved Malik Pryor from the linebacker position out on that wide out that was to the short side of the field where they had those 2 and 3 little curl patterns where they connected. So I like the adjustment there that we made during the game. And so instead of having just one cornerback out there by himself with no help, hey, I'm going to put 2 guys over here. But that's again where we gained experience we kind of got down, we let up because we thought we were just going to walk through this game, and we learned we can't do that. We got to play every play, and they did that here in the latter part of the second quarter. But you got to carry that intensity all the time. We're going to take our first break in the Royal Cleaners halftime show and be back with more action. Myrtle Beach leads 33 to 14 at halftime here at Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium. You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawk football on 104.9 Bob FM.
Hi, I'm Louis Rodriguez with Myrtle Beach Chevrolet Cadillac. Currently, I have the best pre-owned inventory in the area, so please ask for me, and I'll make sure you get the best deal around.
You can also save thousands on any certified pre-owned Chevrolet or Cadillac. Get payments as low as $200 a month and financing as low as 0.9%. The best prices, all pre-owned. Only at Myrtle Beach Chevrolet Cadillac.
Come visit us at Myrtle Beach Chevrolet Cadillac for the best prices in the world. That's how we roll.
Plus tax free, 90 people, 0.9% APR financing for 39 months on select vehicles. Ends October 31st. Glens Bay Dental Associates of Surfside Beach is your full-service cosmetic and family dental practice. With over 80 years of combined patient care, Glens Bay Dental Associates has been consistently voted Best of the Beach by Grand Strand residents in the Sun News. Their friendly and caring staff have the experience to make your visit, well, enjoyable. Call 650-5100. That's 650-5100 for Glens Bay Dental Associates. Located at 1625 Glens Bay Road in Surfside Beach.
Are you hungry for seafood, steaks, burgers, and salads? Dirty Don's Oyster Bar and Grill has them all with the best happy hour in town. Seriously, the best in town. 50 cents, shrimp, oysters, mussels, and wings, Monday through Friday from 4 until 6. And don't forget the $6 weekend oyster roast. Every Saturday and Sunday from 1 until 3. 2 locations on 21st Avenue North and oceanfront on the boardwalk just north of 9th Avenue. You can't see it from the boulevard. You gotta walk around. Okay, coming soon, Dirty Don's Marina Grill and Raw Bar and Barefoot Resort. Dirty Don's, come sit on our big wooden deck.
They have over 250 years of combined accounting experience. They've served the Grand Strand for over 60 years. They have the area covered with locations in Myrtle Beach, Conway, and Pawleys Island. And now they've made it easier to remember their name. Smith, Sapp, Buckout, Crumpler, and Callahan is now simply called Smith Sapp. No job too big or too small. Smith Sapp for all of your accounting and tax service needs. Smith Sapp. They add more than numbers.
Now back to the Royal Cleaners Halftime Show on 104.9 Bob FM.
We appreciate Jay and Mike Schwartz for all they do to support Myrtle Beach Seahawk football. Royal Cleaners with 4 locations in Myrtle Beach, in downtown Myrtle Beach at Broadway and Highway 501, right where 501 comes into Myrtle Beach. On Kings Highway at the Pine Lake Center, just south of Pine Lakes Country Club. And then the Bilo Shopping Center on 17 Bypass at 38th Avenue North. And 4th location down in Merle's Inlet, the intersection Highway 17 and 707 in the Food Line Center. Royal Cleaners keep you looking good. Lane Harrison, Wayne Gray here at Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium. Myrtle Beach Seahawks lead 33 to 14 as we get along in the Royal Cleaners halftime show. And Wayne Gray, we're about 3 minutes away from kickoff here. Nathan's Famous Hot Dogs has brought you the halftime stats. Now they're located at 1401 South Kings Highway, open from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. 7 days a week. More than just the best hot dog, Nathan's Famous Hot Dogs brings you the halftime stats here in tonight's game. And now it's time for the Arnold Chiropractic Center halftime adjustment. You're looking at this game, Wayne, and you kind of touched on some of these items before, but Mickey Wilson in that halftime locker room, what's he going to do? Because this is a young team, and they continually seem to just lose their focus during the course of the game, and you can literally see it from up here in our broadcast. I'm in that broadcast position. I'm sure the fans out there can see it, and it's a direct relationship to what's happening not only on the field but on the scoreboard.
And I think what Coach Wilson is talking about, the mental aspect of the games. Guys, we've already shown that we're physically and athletically better than the football team. But you've got to carry that mentally. We're up 33 to 14. We cannot have a letdown. This is a good enough football team. They've already shown. Yeah, they can score. They've got some athletes that can make some plays. And so you've got to carry that mental toughness through every play. Special teams, offense, defense, whether we're looking at a 2nd and 2 after a big pickup of a first down. You just got to you got to play mentally smart, fundamentally sound all the time, and I'm sure what he wants to do is put together two quarters back to back. We got to get better each quarter, each game as we progress through the season. I talked to him about he's already made an adjustment defensively to their offense. What I would be prepared for is, okay, what is Wilson going to do in the second half down 33-14? Are they going to try to do some more pump and goes, do it in kind of different formations? Or are they going to try and do some trick plays? We got to be prepared for that. Well, one of the things with them being down 3 touchdowns, it will probably mean that they will have to go to the air more. But looking at Mickey's adjustments where he's bringing these linebackers out on their wide receivers and literally double covering their receivers, might even open up some running lanes in the middle for Mays. And that's going to put more pressure on your 2 remaining linebackers. That they've got to spread out and they've got to read what that running back's doing. We've seen them be successful on 2 things: that little power sweep, as well as the power sweep where the quarterback's reading the linebackers. He keeps it and picks up nice yardage, and we've seen his athletic ability. We're going to have to contain him. I don't like, when we allow him to roll out and get loose, there's a lot of things that he could do to hurt us. We're going to take our final halftime break here in the Royal Cleaners Halftime Show. Again, Myrtle Beach up 33-14. You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawk Football on 104.9 Bob FM.
My HTC digital cable service connects me to my favorite shows and new release movies with video on demand, so I can watch what I want, when I want, and I can choose from more than 200 channels, including digital cable sports. I'll never miss a play for my favorite team in any season. With HTC, it's a win-win, because HTC connects me with the things that mean the most.
Catch NFL preseason coverage all month long on NFL Network, part of the Passport package for only $10 per month. Call HTC at 843-369-8961.
HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
At TNT Auto Sales, everybody rides. And with 3 locations, we do mean everybody. On 1441 Highway 501 in Myrtle Beach, in Conway 1010 Highway 501 East, and in Lugoff on Highway 1 across from Sonic. TNT Auto Sales has served the Grand Strand for over 15 years by specializing in secondary financing with rates as low as 3.9%. No matter what your credit situation may be, they have over 150 vehicles in stock, or you can check them out at TNTAutosalesOnline.com. And remember, at TNT Auto Sales, everybody rides.
Time magazine says it's the best in the world. Forbes says it's creating a frenzy throughout the South. The New York Times says its clean, vibrant flavors will hook you from the first spoonful. Newsweek says, try the cookies and cream? Come experience why critics are raving at Scoops Ice Cream. Scoops carries Bluebell Creamery's world-famous ice cream, and if you don't know, you need to come down to Scoops Ice Cream with 2 Grand Strand locations. 2009 South Kings Highway in North Myrtle Beach and 1401 South Kings Highway in Myrtle Beach. Scoops Ice Cream. Now, the secret is out.
For 75 years, the Myrtle Beach Area Chamber of Commerce has been promoting business, protecting jobs, and improving our economy. Today, the Chamber represents nearly 3,000 members with 50,000 employees. Promote, protect, improve. The Myrtle Beach Area Chamber of Commerce, serving the Grand Strand community with excellence.
GrandStrandEvents.com is the area's most comprehensive and free online events calendar, loaded with information about events, festivals, concerts, and other fun activities. Check out GrandStrandEvents.com.
You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawk Football on 104.9 Bob FM.
Lane Harris and Wayne Gray back at Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium. The Seahawks up 33-14 over the Wilson Tigers. Don't forget, folks, Angelo's Steak and Pasta now open Saturday and Sunday for lunch starting at 12:30. Got the DirecTV for college games on Saturday and the NFL Sunday Ticket for Sunday games and 11 high-definition televisions you can take it all in with. Go by and tell Angelo Antonucci that you heard about it on Myrtle Beach Seahawk Football. Going to the Angelo Steak and Pasta High School scoreboard. Arsenal up 21-13 over Marlboro County at the half. North Myrtle Beach hanging on to a 14-10 lead over Sockasty. Myrtle Beach's opponent next week down in Sockasty at the halftime. North Myrtle Beach up 14-10. Latta up 20-0 over Creek Bridge in the first quarter. Dillon 32-8 at halftime. Looks like Representative Hayes is taking a lot of punishment out on Jody Jenrett's Ainer crew over there. St. James 7, Georgetown nothing into the first half. Hemingwell 7, Timminsville nothing. Lakeview an 8-0 win lead over Hannah Pamplico. Carvers Bay up 28-6 with 1:27 to go in the second quarter down in Carvers Bay. And Crestwood up 14-6 over Darlington late second quarter. And that's going to do it on the Angelo's Steak and Pasta scoreboard. Also want to thank our first down sponsor tonight, Black Dog Running Company, and let let you folks know that this weekend at Black Dog Running Company, they have their annual fall sale Friday and Sunday, all the way through the weekend, Friday through Sunday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Grand Strand's running headquarters. They've got Saucony, Brooks, New Balance, Mizuno, Newton, Montrail. Get big discounts on your shoe purchases and all your running gear purchases down at Black Dog Running Company, right there on Highway 501, right where 501 comes into Myrtle Beach. And Black Dog Running Company is sponsoring our first downs all night tonight here, located at 15515 Highway 501. Go to blackdogrunningcompany.com, sign up for their newsletter, and get $10 off your next purchase at Black Dog Running Company. Sean Huggins' kickoff starts second half, goes well into the end zone, and the Wilson Tigers will take it over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Well, that's the way to start the second half. I mean, we talk about this, and special teams play can be a difference in so many high school football games, but when you have kickers like Sean Huggins and Arlie Barr, and you're able to kick it into the end zone, and they're starting from their 20 as opposed to a better field position, it just mentally and morally can demoralize the football team.
1st down and 10 for the Tigers. Just underway here in the third quarter. Frederick goes back to pass. There's the pump fake again. He's looking for a receiver. McCall, he's got the Sessions beat again, but overthrows his receiver. And I tell you what, T.J. Frederick throws a nice-looking ball down that sideline.
Well, there's the youthfulness of the defensive backfield, and we said it was going to be interesting what they try to do coming out here in the second half, down 33-14. First thing, a little wheel route, a little pump and go. He gets behind the defensive backfield, and two guys, Kelton Green and Keontae Sessions, are looking at each other. My fault, my bad, but we just cannot let guys get behind us. That's where we've been burned all season long.
And Green, as the free safety, has got to be on top of that play to make sure that that Sessions is not out there on an island by himself, especially since he's just a young freshman. 2nd down and 10. Frederick's going to hand it off to Mays. He turns the corner, but a great tackle on the outside linebacker, Malik Pryor, takes it down for a 2-yard gain.
And that's excellent linebacker play in the 4-3 defense. He's a weak side linebacker. They run power sweep to his side. He comes in at a great angle so that the runner can't get to his outside. And then as he cuts it in, he's there also to make the tackle.
3rd down and a long 8 yards for the Wilson Tigers at about the 21.5-yard line. 33-14, Myrtle Beach leads. Be a nice place right here to get a Pine Lakes Tavern defensive stop. Frederick's going to roll out. Chase Brill is going to hold his shoulder. He got hit on the play late as he got double-teamed on the outside, and Frederick's pass for Kendrick Johnson goes over his head and out of bounds, and it is going to be a Pine Lakes Tavern defensive stop, 3 and out for the Myrtle Beach defense. But let's keep an eye on number 45, Chase Brill, the freshman defensive end.
He's moving. It looks like he just maybe got a little stinger there. He got good pressure and good penetration, forces the quarterback to roll to his right, and as he does that, he just overthrows the receiver. And this is Kelton Green, the second punt that we've seen we were able to block.
Luke Carter back to punt it. High snap. He has to go up and get it. And look like Santrell
he's got running room.
Kelton Green gets it at the 42-yard line, breaks over to his right, and he's got open field, waiting for some blocks, cuts back against the green again, and tripped up and turns a 360 flip into Tiger territory about the 40-yard line. And we all looked like we had a chance for Santrell Sutton to block that punt. He kind of held up.
Well, I mean, you said high punt. We almost get another block, high snap, but also a lot of hang time on the punt. But Kelton Green had plenty of room. It looked like he should have just stayed here to the right on the sideline, but he cuts it back in.
1st down and 10 for the Seahawks at the Tiger 40-yard line. Short field for the Seahawks after the good Pine Lakes Tavern defensive stop. 11 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lane Harris and Wayne Gray bringing the action in Myrtle Beach Seahawk football. Drake Norrell into the game. Tosses it over to Brandon Sinclair trying to get outside to the short side of the field. No luck that time as the Tiger defense responds quickly. And number 5 coming up, that's going to be Tavon Hale, the senior defensive end for the tackle.
Saw several plays that they were putting in this week. That was a new one there where you just snap it to the quarterback and he just tosses it to the running back, just trying to get him the ball as quickly as possible.
2nd and 10. Let's see if Drake Norrell is going to put it in the air. He is. Back to pass. Good pressure by the Tigers. He runs out of the arm tackle and tries to throw the ball at the last minute, and the ball slips out of his hands and it's going to go out of bounds just inside of Tiger territory at about the 49-yard line. And that was a play where Drake Norrell showed some great elusiveness, but the sophomore just forgot one thing, and that was the football.
Yeah, like what he did. He stepped up out of the pocket. He's able to avoid 2 tacklers there, but he loses the ball a little bit. Warm, humid night tonight, so I'm sure there's a lot of sweat on the uniforms and the ball, and it just slips out his hand. We're looking at a long 3rd and 20.
3rd down and 19 from just inside Tiger territory at the 49-yard line. He takes a snap from Hunter Floyd, handed on the draw play to Brandon Sinclair, and he's only going to get a couple yards on the play at the very best, and that's going to set up a 4th down and long. And if I'm not mistaken, for the first time tonight, the Myrtle Beach Seahawks will punt. Have we punted yet? I don't think this is the first one. We've gone forward on 2 4th downs on that first and second drive. So Hunter Floyd will make the deep snap back to, it looks like Arlie Barr, standing inside his 35-yard line. He takes the snap, gets the kick, and it's high and short and wobbly, and it's going to take a bounce down and take a big Florence bounce, Wilson Florence, back to the 30-yard line, and that's where Kelton Green falls on it. And the Wilson Tigers will take over 1st and 10, and Mickey Wilson has some words for Arlie Barr as he comes off the field. Probably not the kick he was looking for from the senior.
Well, you got an opportunity there to really pin Wilson back and keep pressure on them as we're working our way through here to 3rd quarter. And they start out on their own 35-yard line, so a little bit of life for the Wilson Tigers. You know, something interesting tonight. I mean, we're 5th game in the season and seeing a lot of confusion with Wilson as the play call comes from the sidelines. They've had 3 timeouts in the first half that are all due to having to avoid a delay of game.
Frederick in the shotgun. He's going to pass on 1st down. He's going to chase out of the pocket. Chase Brill does a good job of eluding the defender. Almost intercepted on the outside. Was that Session?
I think that, I'm not sure who that is. Keontae Sessions. I mean, Keontae Sessions, fresh first cornerback, and you really got to give the benefit there to the defensive line. Great penetration. Chase Brill does a good job of keeping to the outside so that he doesn't allow the quarterback to get outside, and boy, Keontae Sessions saw touchdown on that interception, and he was taken off before he caught it.
The freshman with 10 tackles so far on the year, and a good play. He's been burned a couple times deep by this Wilson Tiger offense, but that time he was in a good position on the lazy throw by Frederick. 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers. Frederick's going to throw it again. Cordell Brown trying to get a rush, but he throws it over the middle, and number 1, Kendrick Johnson's going to pick that up and pick that pass up in a 1st down as he gets across the 45-yard line out to the 47. 1st down and 10 for the Tigers.
It's good execution there. The quarterback has plenty of time, and he's able to look at his progressions, and he finds a crossing pattern, picks up the 1st down.
Haven't heard a lot out of this Myrtle Beach defensive line. They've done a pretty good job of containing Frederick, but haven't been able to get him on the ground. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. They hand it to Mays, who shoots up the middle. It's going to be, that's going to be DeLeon James, the sophomore running back, as he crosses over to Myrtle Beach territory at about the 48-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play.
And he picks up more yardage that he doesn't. And a lot of times what I see in that inside zone read or that inside zone run play where it's just bunched up in the middle, I find defenders trying to rip the ball out of the offensive lineman, the offensive running back's hands instead of just taking him down to the ground. And he's able to slip his way to 5 yards.
2nd and 5 for the Tigers, moving over to Myrtle Beach territory. Quick pass on the outside, and they hit that Jaquan Mays in the slot position. He cuts back. He's in open field. Broken tackles. 3-2-1 by the Myrtle Beach Seahawks, and that gets Mays all the way down inside the 10-yard line, where it's going to be 1st down and goal for the Tigers. And there you see the poor tackling habits of this Myrtle Beach secondary coming back to haunt them as Mays broke through 3 of them.
They ran that play twice in the first half, and it came back both times because of one a blocking in the back, one a hold. There they execute it well, and they get Mays down the field. And Wilson knocking on the door early here in the 3rd quarter.
Trip receivers to the short side of the field. McCall wide to the left. Frederick's going to throw over the middle. Those are to the short receiver, in and out of his hands, in and out of the hands of Jaquan Mays, who's literally gone from playing running back in this offense to playing a slot receiver, and Frederick's hooked up with him nicely. That ball in and out of his hands, incomplete, 2nd down and goal. Lawrence Wilson trying to get on the scoreboard for the first time since early in the 2nd quarter on an 80-yard fumble return by sophomore quarterback Jerron Lassane. Their offense has been bottled up pretty nicely by this Myrtle Beach defense. They've been doing a lot of damage between the 20s, but unable to get into the end zone. 2nd and goal. Frederick's going to throw, drops back to pass, throws it over the middle, high, way over the head of his intended receiver, and that ball falls incomplete. And that time it looked like the senior quarterback took a little too nonchalant attempt to throw that ball over the middle, and it's well covered by Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, a little confusion there. Look, so much penetration by the defensive line. You're wondering if they're setting up a screen, but that's just short yard. When you're on the 10-yard line, hard to run a screen with that short of a field. But And you're right, the quarterback just kind of nonchalantly threw it over the middle.
That defense tends to tighten up as you get down here inside the 10-yard line. Seahawks looking for another defensive stop here on 3rd down and goal. Frederick's going to run in behind his running back, slips over the left-hand side, and still breaking tackles inside the 5. The ball's on the ground. The ball's loose. It's a fumble, and it's still loose, and I think the Tigers recovered it back at the 9-yard line. But credit T.J. Frederick, the senior quarterback, for breaking tackles to this Myrtle Beach defense. But once he crossed over the 5-yard line, you saw that ball pop out. It looked like number 7. That's tight end Tavion Hale, the defensive end. Came in to pick up the fumble, and Chad Eady's going to not risk it here on 4th down and goal from the 8-yard line. He's going to bring on Luke Carter, and he's 0 for 2 this year on field goals, and they're going to line it up, set it up right here from the 15-yard line. So about 25 yards out will be this attempt as Carter tries to hit his first field goal of the year here with 7:45 and counting to go in the 3rd quarter. No snap, and there's a penalty flag on the play.
And then I saw the Seahawks move, but there was appeared to be movement on the offensive line.
I think the movement came on the offensive line before. I think the center must have had the snap wrong. Dead ball, legal procedure on the Wilson Tigers. So again, Chad Eady's team bitten by crucial penalties. And I think it's not going to affect Carter's kick because Carter's got a very strong leg here. It's going to back him up to the 20-yard line and make this about a 30-yard attempt.
Well, we've had great penetration on their 2 punts. So let's see what kind of penetration we get on this extra point.
We've got 3 guys back, actually 4 guys back playing defense in case of a fake. Snap high, kick down, blocked. We blocked it. It's free, and the Myrtle Beach Seahawks have it, and it's going to be taken down right in the back, inside the 20-yard line, and I think it might have been Malik Pryor, or it might have been Keontae Sessions that shot through there.
It was just great penetration by the Seahawks. And as you said, we had our backs up against the wall, and that's happened a couple of times there on that 4th and 5 in the first half. We were able to get the ball on loss of downs, and there on a blocked field goal.
Third block kick in the last 2 games, Wayne Gray.
Yep.
2 punts and now a field goal.
Well, again, special teams play, and you either get a score out of it or you prevent them from getting a score when they should.
And Hunter Starr back into the game at a wide receiver for the Myrtle Beach Seahawks.
And we've got one-on-one over here with Kelton Green that really...
They hand the ball off to Sinclair on the short side of the field. He gets a good block on the outside from C.J. Finkley, and Sinclair's broken loose to the 40. Out down, knocked out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. We'll give him a pickup of 25 yards on the play for the sophomore running back, Sinclair.
Well, Seahawks come back with the power sweep of their own to the short side of the field. Credit the blocking of Malik Warren and Kelton Green downfield. Nice job by the offensive line. Hadn't really seen that play much. We're usually running Brandon tackle to tackle. There we allow him to get outside. Great down the field blocking.
Stay tuned. We're going to give our stations a chance to ID themselves here. You're listening to 104.9 Bob FM. And Myrtle Beach Seahawk football. 1st down and 10. Another Black Dog Running Company 1st down for the Myrtle Beach Seahawks. Defensive player jumped on the outside. We'll take that pause right now for station ID.
You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawk football on 104.9 Bob FM.
WYNA Calabash, Myrtle Beach.
You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawk football on 104.9 Bob FM.
Yeah, getting a little button happy in Master Control tonight. Good job, Alicia. Whether you're listening on htsconnect.com, 1049bobfm.com, we appreciate you tuning in to Myrtle Beach Seahawks football. Drayton Arnold's going to hand it off to Brandon Sinclair. He's running to the wide side of the field, got blockers in front of him, trying to turn the corner on 1st down and 15. He's going to cross over the 45-yard line, be taken down to about the 47. Seahawks lead 33-14, 6.5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Lane Harris and Wayne Gray bringing you the action here from Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium.
Power sweep to the wide side of the field. We pulled the right guard, Michael Porcher. He's out there. Good blocking, but that's just that took a long time to establish that play, but we do pick up 7 yards, so we're looking at 2nd and 8 now.
Finkley, Waring, and Starbucks are the wide receivers. Graham Vaughn in the tight end position. Brandon Sinclair in the backfield.
And I tell you, Wilson's getting in the box. We're going to have to be able to get somebody open here on it.
Flag on the play. Wilson might have been off sides as Sinclair tries to bounce it around, lowers his head and lowers his shoulder. He's going to be about a yard short of the 1st down if this penalty is not against the Seahawks. I think it was the far defensive end.
It's going to be a legal procedure on Myrtle Beach.
It is.
The outside receiver is moving in. He's kind of crack blocking, if you will, trying to seal that outside, and he just left too soon.
So what was second down and 8 is now going to be second down and 13 for the Seahawks as they back the ball way back down to the 42-yard line. They've got to get to the Wilson 45-yard line to pick up a first down.
If I'm reading this Wilson defense, Lane, they've got 10 guys in the box, really putting a lot of pressure, pressing the receivers. It seems like a little stop and go would work here really, really easy.
And also they're bringing in the freshman Keontae Sessions and lining him up on the outside over there against Jerron Lassane, the sophomore. Let's see if they try to turn him loose.
Players over there on that side.
Let's see if Drayton Arnold play fake to Sinclair. Actually, they give it to Sinclair on second down and 13, and Sinclair is going to pick up about 4 yards on the play, crosses over the 45. It's going to set up a third down and 9 for the Myrtle Beach Seahawks here on and I wouldn't say a crucial possession, but you don't want to get this Florence Wilson offense back on the field very quickly.
You're at midfield here, 3rd and 9. Normally we might see a draw play, but we've seen that already in this series, and
they fake the draw. They've got the receiver on the outside to throw the seam route, and it's caught. C.J. Finkley, is that number 10, inside the 25-yard line, down to about the 23, and a beautiful pitch and catch. Drayton Arnold right on target.
What we've seen Drayton Arnold with a couple of passes to C.J. Finkley on that seam route is a back shoulder fade, and there he lays it right to allow only him to turn and make that catch, and the defender can't react.
Well, you've got to kind of throw it to one side or the other because that defender is literally trailing that receiver as he goes downfield. This time they handed to Sinclair, and Sinclair's going to slip as he tries to cut back to the left-hand side.
He had some space out there to the left side.
And he saw it, and he tried to plant that foot, and his foot slipped out from under him, and his knee touched
the ground. And that play is designed blocked that way. A lot of times you just run it off the right side to tackle, and the next time you come back, you plant and you cut back. Again, it's a similar play. You're just changing the blocking assignments.
And you're also taking advantage of an over-pursuing defense, which is what the Tigers are doing. This time, they fake it to Sinclair. Drayton Arnold's running for his life, and he's going to get taken down for a big loss in the play, 10-yard loss. Actually make it a 14-yard loss as Tavion Hale has his 5th sack of the year as he trots off the field. Looks like he might have been a little shaken up on the play, as is Myrtle Beach's offense as they now face 3rd down and about 25. Make it 23.
Not sure if that was set up to be a screen and just too much quick penetration there by 2 defensive linemen for Wilson.
Well, Hale at 6'2", 195 is pretty quick on the outside.
I see this Wilson defense starting to get tired, though. They're on their knee, which is what you want to do when there's time to get a break, but
just under 4 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Now they set up the screen to Graham Vaughn. He's got some blockers out in front of him, cuts back, tries to pick up some room, and gets over the 30-yard line, but tripped up just short of the 25-yard line, and that play was about one arm tackle away from being a first down for the Myrtle Beach Seahawks as the senior tight end, Graham Vaughn, picks up a nice little pass. We've seen that tight end screen a lot.
Every now and then we'll throw that tight end screen. Graham Vaughn does a good job. You say he gets back inside, and he gets that yardage on his own, and we're looking at 4th and 12. We're on our own 25-yard line. I like to call here. Let's go ahead and go for it. We want to keep that defense on the field as long as we can, keep the clock running.
Well, here's the thing. If you kick a field goal and miss it, they're going to get the ball on the 20 anyway, so it's only 5 yards. So you figure you can probably pick those yards up anyway, and you might get lucky and move the chains. Again, the Wilson defense showing blitz, crowding up on the line of scrimmage. Let's see if Drayton Arnold can pick them apart here on 4th and 13. The sophomore quarterback back to pass, looking for a receiver down the field, and the Wilson Tiger defense and sophomore cornerback Jerron Lassane, who had an 80-yard fumble return for a touchdown, in the right spot, and they can't hook up with Keontae Sessions, and that'll turn it over on downs and give the ball back to the Wilson Tigers. 33-14 the score here from Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium. Lane Harris and Wayne Gray bringing you the action of Myrtle Beach Seahawks football as the Seahawks try to move to 3-3 on the year.
What's the best about this 3rd quarter so far, Lane, is the time that we have been on the field.
Bless you. First down and 10 for the Tigers at their own 26-yard line. They bring Mays in motion to the other side of the formation. Frederick's going to hand it to him. He's going to try to get that power sweep on the outside, and Calvin Vereen runs out of the arm tackle of Vereen and runs up and picks up positive yardage. And that time, number 12, just not quite fast enough to catch up.
Well, Vereen's there. He's got to learn to take better angles.
Yeah.
And Speedy running back does a good job. That would have been a tackle for a loss, but he just gets out of his arms and he turns it into about a 7-yard gain.
Second down and 3 for the Wilson Tigers, trailing Myrtle Beach 33-14. Lane Harris and Wayne Gray bringing the action here from Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium. First region game of the year for both teams. Frederick hands it off to Mays up the middle. He runs right into the arms of Chestnut and another linebacker. They take him down, but not before Mays picks up the first down as he gets out to about the 38-yard line.
Lane, something we hadn't mentioned in the pregame or during halftime, but last Friday night in that win, Coach Wilson celebrated his 50th win.
I appreciate you remembering that.
And taking over this program in 2009, so reaching 50 wins in 4 years. 4 years is pretty daggone good.
You do the math, folks. That means 10 or more victories a year, actually closer to about 12 victories a year or more. Frederick back to pass on first down. He throws the ball right over the middle of the field. It's caught right in the middle of the big MB, and they're going to say it's a complete pass, and that's going to be another first down for the Wilson Tigers. And this Tiger offense, and Chad Eady, these guys can move the ball.
Well, and when you're up 33-14, you're approaching the end of the third quarter, you want to play aggressive but still in a prevent defense. You want to keep everything in front of you. You don't want them to have any quick scores. That's where you're going to need to get some good penetration out of your defensive line to get pressure on the quarterback.
First and 10 for the Tigers right at midfield. They give it to Mays. He tries to run. Actually, that's not Mays. That's James, DeLeon James. And he takes it over the right-hand side, and he's going to pick up 3.5, 4 yards on that play, setting up second down and 6. On the Angelo Steak and Pasta scoreboard, still all we have is 14-10. North Myrtle Beach over Sockasty. Hartsville 27, Marlboro County 13. 3A defending state champs making their mark known against Marlboro County at Kellytown Stadium. Trying to catch some other scores here. Ashley Ridge 13, West Florence nothing. Culvers Bay up 42-8 at halftime. Here comes Mays on the power sweep, chased by Chase Brill, and he's going to cut up inside and finally get pulled down by DeJure Wilson, but not before he gets down inside the 25-yard line. And Jaquan Mays making some good yardage on that power sweep.
Cornerback does a good job of turning the play in, but he's also got to help and assist on the tackle. That power sweep has been successful for the Wilson Tigers. We've even ran it a couple of times here in the third quarter where we've been successful.
Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. And actually, there's a Myrtle Beach Seahawk down on the field, and the officials have stopped play at this time. We'll try to get a number on that. Looks like one of the defensive backs. Yeah, none of these scores, these are all those scores I've been checking that. We're going to take a timeout here. We'll take a 30-second break here from Doug Shaw Stadium. Myrtle Beach up 33-14. You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawk football on 104.9 Bob FM.
For over 30 years, Angelo's Steak and Pasta has been the first choice of hungry appetites along the Grand Strand. Let's start with Angelo's all-you-can-eat Italian buffet, where you'll find a wide variety of Italian favorites, and every item is made from scratch. The locals know that Angelo's is the home of the greatest steaks in the universe. Angelo's steaks are cut, trimmed, and seasoned to order and presented to you on a sizzling platter. Check out Angelo's new, bigger, and better location at 2311 South Kings Highway, and you will agree Angelo's Steak and Pasta is the home of the greatest steaks in the universe.
You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawk football on 104.9 Bob FM.
It was senior strong safety DeJure Wilson, who looks like he was just cramping up. They've got a water bottle in his hand, and the training staff is looking after him, and he's off the field now. But still back to the action. First and 10, Lane Harrison, Wayne Gray, bringing you Myrtle Beach Seahawk football action. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Seahawks ahead comfortably, but not too much, 33-14. T.J. Frederick, the senior quarterback, to pass, throws over the middle, caught in and out of the hands. Thought Kendrick Johnson, the senior slot back, was going to come down with that pass. Beautiful pass from Frederick, but incomplete.
We saw that crossing play earlier there. Tyshawn Singleton, who's the cornerback on the far side, as the crossing receiver does a good job of knocking the ball out of his hands. But this is, again, where the defensive line is going to have to get a little more pressure on the quarterback. Just 30 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Second down, that's okay. Second down and 10 for the Wilson Tigers inside the 25-yard line. Quick pass on the outside, almost tapped up in the air by Chase Brill, but goes in and out of the hands of him into Jaquan Mays' hand, and another broken tackle through our secondary. And Jaquan Mays has got a first down to the 11-yard line, and Florence Wilson threatening again.
Well, Chase Brill does tip that ball. I think all the defense just kind of stopped, and they're able to, the receiver obviously, a little tip drill, he stays focused on it, catches it, and picks up a first down.
Under 10 seconds to go here in the third quarter. We'll see if Frederick notices that. He's going to have to get a play call off because the play clock's running in sync with it. They hand it to DeLeon James, and he's going to get taken down for maybe a gain of 1 yard on the play, and that's going to end the third quarter of action. It was a scoreless third quarter as the Seahawks did a pretty good job of keeping the Wilson Tigers out of the end zone, but they are threatening now with the ball on the 10-yard line, second down and 9. And we'll be back after this 1-minute third quarter break here. You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawks football on 104.9 Bob FM.
Hi, I'm Louis Rodriguez with Myrtle Beach Chevrolet Cadillac. Currently, I have the best pre-owned inventory in the area, so please ask for me and I'll make sure you get the best deal around.
You can also save thousands on any certified pre-owned Chevrolet or Cadillac. Get payments as low as $200 a month and financing as low as 0.9%. The best prices, all pre-owned. Only at Myrtle Beach Chevrolet Cadillac.
Come visit us at Myrtle Beach Chevrolet Cadillac for the best prices in the world. That's how we roll.
Plus tax test, 389 0.9% APR financing for 39 months on select vehicles with approved credit ends October 31st.
Time magazine says it's the best in the world. Forbes says it's creating a frenzy throughout the South. The New York Times says its clean, vibrant flavors will hook you from the first spoonful. Newsweek says, try the cookies and cream. Come experience why critics are raving at Scoops Ice Cream. Scoops carries Bluebell Creamery's world-famous ice cream, and if you don't know, you need to come down to Scoops Ice Cream with 2 Grand Strand locations, 2009 South Kings Highway in North Myrtle Beach and 1401 South Kings Highway in Myrtle Beach. Scoops Ice Cream. Now, the secret is out.
You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawk football on 104.9 Bob FM.
Seahawks fans, Angelo's Steak and Pasta with its new location at 2311 South Kings Highway is the home of the best steaks in the universe. Angelo Antonucci's the owner there. They got an all-you-can-eat Italian buffet in the Grand Strand's finest, full of all your favorite Italian dishes, open 7 days a week. Also sponsor of our high school sports scoreboard. Frederick back to pass. Get pressured by Chase Brill, dumps it off the last minute, complete to his receiver, and it's going to be a touchdown in the end zone, and that is number... Can you get that number? Is that number 1? No, that's number...
Yeah, number 1.
It is number 1. And that would be Kendrick Johnson, the 5'7" senior, and he's going to get into the end zone. He's going to cut the Myrtle Beach lead down to 13 points, 33-20, pinning the extra point coming up.
Good pressure by the defensive line. Frederick just is able to get away, and at the last second, he sees Johnson coming across and just dumps it to him. Looked like a blocking in the back right at the end zone, but it's a no call, and Wilson gets in the end zone.
That was a 9-yard touchdown pass from T.J. Frederick to Kendrick Johnson. Luke Carter on for the PAT. That kick is up, and it's good. 33-21, and Wayne Gray will keep it right here as this third quarter of action is now just underway, and I don't know how only 2 seconds ran off the clock for that play. They didn't get in the end zone that quick, but that 9-yard touchdown pass has cut the Myrtle Beach lead now down to 12 points, 33-21 in favor of the Seahawks.
And what the Seahawks want to do here, you're up 33-21, so they're back into this ball game. I mean, this is a 12-point ball game, just 2 scores. There's got to be 2 touchdowns. But what you want to do is just stay calm. This is where mentally you talked about it at halftime. The guys, we got to be sharp all the time. Want to handle the ball. No silly mistakes, no turnovers. Let's move the ball down the field. Take some time off of the clock here in the fourth quarter and get another score.
On that Angelo Steak and Pasta scoreboard, Socastee is late in the third quarter, up 17-14 on North Myrtle Beach. Whatever a lot of people thought was going to be a blowout win for Socastee, Barry Woolbright's North Myrtle Beach Chiefs are hanging tough up in North Myrtle Beach. And again, next week, don't forget to tune in Wayne Gray, and at 7 o'clock we'll be on the New Orleans Small pregame show down from Socastee High School as our Seahawks have to travel down to Socastee to take on the Braves. And Hunter Renfro, kickoff by Wilson is high, but short enough to return. Looks like Kelton Green at the 6-yard line.
He goes right to Kelton Green.
Takes it up to 25, tries to bounce it outside. He's going to get caught down and pulled down by a bunch of Tigers, but not before he gets up to about the 33, 34-yard line. That's where Mickey Wilson's offense will come out first.
Well, the last thing you want to do is kick it to Kelton Green. Smart job by him after having fumbled in the first half. He just makes sure he holds on the ball, but gets a nice return, and the Seahawks are starting out at their own 32-yard line.
And right now, with the fourth quarter with a 2-touchdown lead, we've kind of seen this with this Myrtle Beach team here. Let's see how Mickey Wilson plays this with his offense. If he plays it conservative, keeps it on the ground, as this Wilson Tiger defense is really starting to cram the box. And this time, Brandon Sinclair gets contact, and 3 yards down the field, he drags a pile of Tiger defenders across the 35-yard line to the 37 on what would have been no gain on the play. He actually picks up 2.5 yards.
And what Coach Wilson's going to do is, look, they couldn't stop the heavy package in the first half. We're just going to go with that and just grind it out, run the clock out.
Just underway here in the third quarter. Lane Harris and Wayne Green. Myrtle Beach holding on to a 33-21 lead. Brandon Sinclair back in the shotgun formation with a bunch of blockers in front of him, and Sinclair dives forward, but only out to about the 39-yard line. And what set up 3rd and 5?
Well, what Wilson's doing is they're getting some guys outside to come off the corners or off the ends, and what you want to do is just drive it right up the middle, but you want to move quickly. You got to beat them to them taking their angles.
Their defensive line is not big, but they are jamming up on the line of scrimmage, and we've seen Brandon Sinclair break some of these plays from time to time.
And there's that.
There he is. He gets around the corner, gets into Tiger territory, and knocked out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. And that's going to be a Black Dog Running Company first down for the sophomore running back, Brandon Sinclair.
Well, smart decision there. We ran the first one right up the middle. That one, and really what Brandon cleaned there is that patience in that position. He's not outrunning his blockers. They open up the hole, then he just disarms one guy, runs over another guy, and he picks up the first down.
Under 11 minutes to go in the ball game. Seahawks clinging to a 12-point lead. Sinclair runs it right up the middle, finds his way, and cuts on the outside, but a nice open field tackle by that young sophomore cornerback. We called his name, Jerron Lassane. Only 5'8", 166 pounds, but he sticks his nose in there, doesn't he?
Not afraid to stick it in there. You want to just continue to grind it out, run the clock out. We're now down to 10:25. Most important thing, do not put the ball on the ground. No turnover.
2nd down and 5 for the Seahawks. They shift their formation over to the short side of the field to the left. Sinclair will run behind that to the left. The Wilson Tigers make some penetration, but not before Sinclair can turn the corner and churn his legs over bodies. Great block in the field.
And what I like
DJ
about
Finkley, and Brandon Sinclair picks up 20.
And what I like about that is most running backs would have ran out of bounds. He just kept running over guys, stepping on their back, jumping over them, picking up more yardage. And credit the blocking that's happening right now in this Rhino package. I mean, all these are a couple of new folks on the front side with C.J. Finkley and number 20, Anthony Taylor.
Also 42, Darius Lawson, the senior linebacker, in there as well.
And we've got a Wilson defender that's down.
And I tell you what, the way this power running game for Myrtle Beach is going, clock stopped with 10:01 to go in the ball game. Myrtle Beach up 33-21. It's amazing that one of the Wilson Tigers hadn't gotten hurt before, because this offensive line has really been a great job of pushing the pack back and driving this ball forward. And the Myrtle Beach rushing game probably close to 200 yards again tonight, if not more. And to go with that, a pretty balanced passing attack of over 200 yards as well for Drayton Arnold in the passing offense.
Well, good balance in the offense of both throwing and running the ball. You can see when you get into your playmakers like Kelton Green, and it's nice to really see Malik Waring getting some action tonight, getting open downfield, stretching the field, and we've seen where we've two release patterns in here where we're able to throw it downfield, and this fellow's down on his knees, but
Seahawk fans, you can score big on new Chevrolets during the Model N closeout at Myrtle Beach Chevrolet Cadillac. Get all the new 2014 Chevy Cruze for only $139 per month. Or you can get the new Chevy Malibu for just $169 a month. I've driven a Malibu. They're pretty nice little cars. Plus, we will waive the first month payment for you. Chevrolet received more model awards than any other auto brand in the 2013 Initial Quality Study. And get yours today at Myrtle Beach Chevrolet Cadillac. We appreciate Louis Rodriguez and everybody over at Myrtle Beach Chevrolet Cadillac. And we're at the corner of Grissom Parkway and Highway 501 for everything they do for Seahawk athletics and sponsoring Seahawk broadcast all year long. Back to the play on the field. First down and 10. After a Black Dog Running Company first down by Brandon Sinclair for the Myrtle Beach Seahawks. They try to keep the ball in the end zone. Inside the red zone. They were 4 for 4 last week in the win over Conway. Sinclair dives over a pile. He's going to pick up 4.5 yards on first down, setting up 2nd down and 5. Heath Gray comes in right now. DeJure Wilson, Marcus Chestnut. So they're literally rotating bodies in this Rhino package, keeping fresh bodies against a very tired Wilson Tiger defense. 9.5 minutes to go here in the ball game. Seahawks taking their time, letting that play clock run down. 15 seconds. They shift over to the left-hand side, to the short side of the field. Sinclair takes the snap, and they go back to the right. And Sinclair tries to bounce it outside, but a great athletic play by number 17, Cameron Scooty Scott, as he runs Sinclair down from behind, keeping that from being what would look like a touchdown run.
Well, he scooted to make that tackle, and that's what they're doing from the outside. But we're just going to continue to grind it out, pick up 4 and 5 yards. They're coming off of those ends really aggressive there. It was a slow developing play as we fake one way and go the other.
Sinclair's going to try it on 3rd down and 4, and he's going to get stopped, I think, just a little bit short of the first down. He had to get down to just inside the 10-yard line, and he's going to mark the nose of this ball just outside the 10.
And this will be 4th down. I think Coach Wilson's going to go for it, although I see Sean Huggins picking up his tee and walking over to the coach saying, hey, you want to kick a field goal. But I think the good decision here is to snap the ball quick and go for it on 4th and 1, just drive it right up the middle.
That's what they did before Wilson got ready, and Sinclair's going to push the pile down inside the 10-yard line, down to about the 8, and that's going to be 1st and goal, a very crucial Black Dog Running Company 1st down for the Myrtle Beach Seahawks here. Don't forget about their annual fall sale Friday, Saturday, and Sunday over at Black Dog Running Company. You can save up to 40% on your athletic footwear. 8:17 to go in the ball game. Myrtle Beach trying to put the clinching touchdown on the board here, courtesy from a little smash mouth football.
Just allowing the clock to wind down. I know Coach is going to work with Brandon about, hey, let's get that thing a little down, a little more. He's snapping it at about 10. Let's wait to about 5 or 6.
I mean, you're literally talking about 2 or 3 less plays you have to run. Sinclair gets tripped up on a great defensive play by the Tigers. That was Scooty Scott coming in there again. Cameron Scott coming in from the outside and tripped up Brandon Sinclair. Loss of about 3 yards on the play, back to outside the 10-yard line, down to about 11. Still 2nd down and goal. And Coach Mickey Wilson's going to bring on Drayton Arnold, Marquise Green, Keontae Sessions, and Kelton Green. Moves Sinclair out of the backfield out to a wide receiver position. Graham Barn in at the tight end, empty backfield for Arnold, 2nd down and goal. Spread to formation. Drayton Arnold's going to run the quarterback draw and makes one player miss and gets down to the 6-yard line. Nice tackle from the secondary coming up by number 48. That's Nazir Rice, the sophomore linebacker.
And I like the call there, just a design quarterback draw for Drayton Arnold. He picks up nice yardage. We're looking at 3rd and 6. We're going to stay in our spread offense. You run out of room in that spread offense, but
love to see young Keontae Sessions get a
look for a crossing pattern from the tight end or a speed option.
Set up on the left-hand hash. Sinclair in the backfield with Arnold. Takes the snap from Floyd. He's going to run the option to the wide side of the field. Drayton Arnold cuts up inside, but he's going to get taken down on a nice tackle by Tavion Hale, the defensive end. But he's going to fall about 2 yards, make it 3.5 short of the goal line. Actually, it's just inside where you would line up for a 2-point conversion, and Mickey Wilson brings on the Rhino package. And Chestnut, DeJure Wilson, and Heath Gray.
And I like the decision there, Drayton Arnold, inside the 5-yard line. When you see that you've got an opportunity at quarterback, just keep it. Don't worry about trying to pitch it and turn it into fumble.
Sinclair looking for his 4th touchdown of the night. Back in the power formation. He slams the ball ahead on 4th down. He's not going to make it. He's not going to make it. The Wilson Tiger defense holds at about the 2.5-yard line, and with 6 minutes to go, this Tiger offense will have a long field in front of them and 2 scores to make up the distance here as Myrtle Beach leads 33-21. A nice time-consuming drive, almost 5-6 minutes off the clock.
Well, you don't come away with a score, but you move the ball all the way down the field. You tire their defense. Their backs up against the wall. They're going to have to try to throw the ball with just 6 minutes to go. So you want to get pressure. You want to get pressure on the quarterback. You want to make sure that everybody stays in front of you.
Cordell Brown, Heath Gray, Shaquan McCray, and Chase Brill, the freshman, in at the defensive line. Let's see if they can get a sack on Frederick. He goes up under center for the first time tonight, pitches it out to Mays. He gets hit back in the backfield, but finds his way out across the goal line and goes down in a heap at about the 4-yard line. That was almost a safety. It looked like Chase Brill, maybe Malik Pryor, got out there on the outside.
Great aggressiveness by our defense there. We've got 2 guys almost to make an opportunity for a tackle in the end zone for a safety, but he just gets out, gains about a yard. So
Second down and 9 for the Tigers. Again, for the first time tonight, Frederick up under center in the shadow of his own goal. He's going to take the quarterback sneak and run right up the middle. And number 42, Darius Lawson, the senior, ducks his head down there, but not before Frederick picks up about 4 yards out to about the 8-yard line, make it to 9. It's going to be second down and about 3.5 for the Tigers. Third down and about 3.5 for the Tigers as we're getting close to 5 minutes left to go in this game. Myrtle Beach defense needs to not get sucked up and think this is a short yardage play.
And this is where you may see a play action play. You may see a pump and go, and he's going to stay under center. If you know he's in the shotgun, so they're going to spread it. They've got a little bit of room.
4 receivers in the set. They actually had 12 men on the field when they broke the huddle.
And we got a one-on-one situation over there on the.
Throw it out in the flat to Mays. He's got blockers on the outside, but a great play by Keontae Sessions, the sophomore. He picks up the first down at the 14-yard line, but a great open field tackle by the young defensive back.
Good play by Wilson to run that little screen play, but you're right. The young freshman cornerback does a good job of keeping the defender to his the blocker to his inside while they make the first down. We don't allow them to pick up any long yardage. The clock is running.
And they don't get out of bounds, too. Another good thing for Sessions. They flip-flop the field. 3 receivers in the set. Mays in the backfield beside Frederick.
And we got a one-on-one here on the wide side of the field.
3 receivers to the short side of the field. Frederick's going to keep it on the quarterback keeper. He almost gets out of the hand of Darius Lawson, but Lawson takes him down at about the 17-yard line. Pickup of only 3 on the play and literally a shoestring tackle.
And, something we didn't mention in the injury report, and I should have, Darius Lawson is playing with a broken hand. He's got a cast on his right hand and arm up to his elbow. Happened in last week's game against Conway.
4 minutes to go in the ball game. Myrtle Beach defense trying to make this Wilson Tiger offense work for everything they get and try to preserve this 12-point lead. Frederick back to pass. Gets pressure by Browning. Finally sacked. Heath Gray and Chase Brill, I think, combined on the sack. Looking to see who comes off. It's actually Kerry Chestnut. Kerry Chestnut and Heath Gray will get a half a sack apiece for that. No, Shaquan McCray coming off the bottom of the pile, and you see him slap hands right there as the 2 interior defensive tackles get the first sack on Frederick tonight. 3rd down and 9.
Great defensive coverage downfield, but it's great penetration, and this is where you want that penetration and to pick up some sacks here when you're pressured to throw the ball from your defensive line.
Under 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Frederick tries to throw it on the outside. Chase Brill jumps up in front of the ball's loose, recovered. Heath Gray had to go in and out of his hands. Seahawks say they have the ball. They're coming up clapping.
Heath Gray was trying to catch that, staying up so he could turn and run, and it just goes right through his hands. He's like, oops.
I think Keontae Sessions recovered the fumble, if I'm not mistaken, but you're right. That ball popped up in the air, and Heath Gray completely whiffed on it. He had the end zone in his mind, and for an ex-offensive center, he was hoping for a chance at that. Big turnover for the Tigers, and the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 inside the 20-yard line with a 33-21 lead, and that might just about do it here for everybody at Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium. Drayton Arnold back in the shotgun formations, 3 receivers in the formation. Graham Vaughn in at the tight end. Brandon Sinclair in at the running back position. No safety in on this Wilson defense. Let's see if Drayton Arnold goes on top. They're going to hand it off to Brandon Sinclair. He's trying to get around that right-hand corner. Flag comes in on the play, and Sinclair's held up for about a 2-yard loss on the play back to the 22-yard line. And you can tell this Wilson Tigers defense is really starting to key off on Brandon Sinclair.
Well, they're putting 8 and 9 in the box, and they're just going to run to Brandon Sinclair. I'd almost just go to the short yardage package, put maybe somebody else in there, DeJour Wilson, and just run the clock out. If you give Wilson the ball back, they're not going to have enough time to score, but they got a holding penalty there on the Seahawks.
Seahawks holding penalty will back them up outside the 30-yard line out to the 32, where it's going to be 1st down and now and 22 as that hold took place 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Drayton Arnold gets his call from the sideline, aligns his personnel. 3 receivers in the set, tight end Graham Vaughn, Sinclair in the backfield with Arnold. Clock running with 2:30 to go in the game. and Mickey Wilson's going to take a timeout. We'll do the same here from Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium. Seahawks holding on to a 12-point lead. You're listening to Seahawk Football, 104.9 Bob FM.
At TNT Auto Sales, everybody rides. And with 3 locations, we do mean everybody. On 1441 Highway 501 in Myrtle Beach, in Conway, 1010 Highway 501 East, and in Lugoff on Highway 1 across from Masonic. TNT Auto Sales has served the Grand Strand for over 15 years by specializing in secondary financing with rates as low as 3.9%. No matter what your credit situation may be, they have over 150 vehicles in stock, or you can check them out at TNTAutosalesOnline.com. And remember, at TNT Auto Sales, everybody rides.
You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawk Football on 104.9 Bob FM.
Seahawk fans, don't forget Dirty Don's Oyster Bar and Grill with 3 locations in Myrtle Beach at 21st Avenue North between Business 17 and Ocean Boulevard. Oceanfront at the Boardwalk, right around the corner from the Bowery on 9th Avenue North, and up at their newest location at Barefoot Resort and Marina. Saturday and Sunday from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., $6 oyster roast, 2 dozen steamed oysters for only $6, only at Dirty Don's Oyster Bar and Grill. First down, 22 for the Seahawks. 2:30 to go. Drayton Arnold drops the center snap, and he's going to have to take a knee, and he's going to lose another 5 yards back to the 37-yard line. And after being blessed out on the sidelines, Mickey Wilson can do nothing but kind of shake his head over here as he thought he had everything ready to go, and Drayton Arnold literally just dropped that center exchange.
Well, a little low snap, but he does a good job there. Gets the ball, picks the ball up first, doesn't make sure he gets the ball, and then he just falls down on the knee. But, you don't want to give the ball back to Wilson too soon here, because a score quickly and a onside kick opportunity is not what you want to be looking at.
2nd and 26. Arnold will probably have to put it up in the air from this point. He stands back at the 43-yard line of the Tigers, taking that countdown all the way to 3 seconds. Gets the snap. He's actually going to hand it to Sinclair, and he's going to run to the wide side of the field. Falls in behind the block of one of his offensive linemen. That's Michael Forshea. And Sinclair's only going to pick up about 3, maybe 4 yards on the play as he gets down to about the 33-yard line. And Wilson is going to take a timeout here with 1:35 to go in the ball game. Myrtle Beach up 33-21.
Well, you're looking at 4th down here. Go ahead.
That's okay. Seahawk fans, don't forget people you know and trust. South Atlantic Bank, proud sponsors of Seahawk football. Go by there and open up a Seahawk Club account at South Atlantic Bank and show your team spirit. Seahawk debit card. South Atlantic Bank with 2 locations in Myrtle Beach at the corner of Grissom Parkway and 29th Avenue North, and down in Myrtle's at the corner of 17 Bypass and Tournament Boulevard. The people you know and trust. South Atlantic Bank.
I was going to say, I think it'll be 4th down after this timeout. We're on on Wilson's.
3rd down.
No, it's 3rd down. Okay, I'm sorry. So 2 penalties, so we're still looking at 3rd down. But that's going to stop the clock.
And Wilson has both teams have 2 timeouts left. Myrtle Beach in control after a 20-point outburst in the 2nd quarter. There's been no scoring in the second half of this ball game.
Showing a little uniqueness. They move Drayton Arnold out to the right in a shotgun position, and Wilson's not sure what to do, so they coming off sides. And has the ball even been put in play? There's a penalty flag now. It's number 22 from Florence. And Wilson crossed over the line of scrimmage. He's not sure what to do in this formation, so he's looking at his coach, and they're just going to call
dead ball all sides against Florence. That's what you call a formation penalty.
Well, and I think they just confuse him, but, he just walks off sides, and that's one way to stop the play without calling a timeout.
3rd down and 18 for the Seahawks. Bunch package with Drayton Arnold. They're going to run to the short side of the field. Sinclair's trying to get around the corner and not go out of bounds.
But the
Tigers force him out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Only a gain of about 3 yards on the play. 1:29 to go in the ball game. And I hope that's not Brandon Sinclair down the side. No,
it's a Wilson defender.
Wilson defender. That's number 17. That's Cameron Scooty Scott, who's had a big game tonight for Chad Eady's 4-3 defense.
It looks like he just may be cramping up as well.
It is kind of hot and steamy. I don't know if it is outside, but at least in this press box it is.
And Coach Wilson's over there coaching. He's talking to Brandon Sinclair about what you do to stay inbounds. Just don't try to pick up additional yardage. Most important thing is stay inbounds.
You could tell he was trying to slow himself down, and he just couldn't quite do it. And you almost have to take a knee at that point. But it did stop the clock with 1:29 to go. But Myrtle Beach, unless by some freakish play here, here should have this one in control. TNT Auto Sales. Go to www.tntautosalesonline.com to find out about all the 200 vehicles they have in stock. They've been serving the Grand Strand for over 16 years, and they have a vehicle locator. If they don't have it, they'll get it for you. And you can ask about their $500 down special. We appreciate Mark and Kathy Blanton, Kevin Blanton, Wesley Finkley, and John Elvis, and all the folks over at TNT Auto Sales with 4 locations in Myrtle Beach at 1441 Highway 501, Conway at 1010 East Highway 501, and Lugoff Highway 501 across from Sonic, and in Marion on Highway 76 right past the hot spot. And if you travel over to Marion, you know exactly where the hot spot is. TNT Auto Sales, proud sponsor, Seahawk football. We appreciate Mark and Kathy Blanton and everything they do to help us out here on Myrtle Beach Seahawk football, bringing you these broadcasts on 104.9 Bob FM.
Unfortunately, while he's being dragged off the field by 2 helpers, it looks like it just may be kind of a severe cramp more than anything else, because he is moving his legs. It was a hot and humid day today.
Seahawks stay in the Florida formation. Drayton Arnold back behind 4 linemen. They hike it to Sinclair. The ball's hiked right at his feet on 4th down, and he's dragging tacklers inside the 20-yard line down to the 18.
And Coach Wilson's going to make sure he's going to stay inbounds there by just running straight up the middle.
Not let him bounce it outside on a sweep or have the ability to. Wilson turns it over, or Myrtle Beach turns it over on downs, but the Wilson's Tigers will only have 1 minute and 21 seconds to get on the board 2 times. Bourbon Street, 5307, North Kings Highway, and the Pine Lake Center is the locals' favorite. Be heading over there after the game possibly tonight for good food, good company, and good times. Blakely and Jay and Giuseppe Chalico, the owner over there, all invite you to come by Bourbon Street, where it's always locals' night at Bourbon Street. Lane Harrison, Wayne Gray bringing your Myrtle Beach Seahawk football action. 33-21 the score. We'll try to get some more scores for you on the Angelo Steak and Pasta scoreboard before we leave tonight. 1st down and 10 for the Wilson Tigers. The ball at the 19-yard line. DeLeon James in the backfield. Pump fake. Number 9 is going to try to throw, runs out of the rush, and there's going to be a face mask penalty there on Marcus Chestnut as the linebacker reached out and touched someone, and he touched T.J. Frederick's face mask and drew the flag from 2 different officials. With 1:14 to go, they're going to mark off probably a big one against number 33. He did a pretty good job of yanking T.J. Frederick's head around. Socastee 31, North Myrtle Beach 21, with 6:54 to go in the ball game. Up in North Myrtle Beach, looks like a gallant effort by Perry Woolbright's 5-0 North Myrtle Beach Chiefs is going to fall a little bit short. Socastee, if that score stays the same, will move to 6-0. We'll play host to the Myrtle Beach Seahawks next Friday night over at Brave Stadium. 1st down and 10, just outside the 40-yard line. 1 minute, 10 seconds to go for the Wilson Tigers. Frederick takes the center snap, and he's going to fumble the ball and fall right on top of it. Gary Chestnut and Cordell Brown in there to make sure he doesn't go anywhere. Loss of a yard on the play. And with 2 timeouts, Chad Eady decides not to take those timeouts, trying to get a playoff real quick. Stay tuned to the Snack Shack postgame show. And hopefully an interview with Mickey Wilson if this lead stays the same. Big throw over the middle and a big hit coming up from the secondary by DeJure Wilson as he lies into the Jaquan Mays' back and forces that pass in and out of the hands. It's going to set up 3rd down and 12. .34 seconds to go in the ball game. Seahawks up by 12, trying to keep Wilson out of the end zone, keep this a respectable score. Good job by the defense. We'll be looking for a Ramon Sessions player of the game in our post-game show. And a flip-flops game-changing play, and Frederick's going to go down in the arms of Shaquan McCray and Heath Gray for the 2nd time tonight as the 2 interior defensive tackles will team up, and both will have a full sack for the night. Chad Eady's going to take a timeout with 21 seconds to go. We'll take a 30-second pause here from Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium. Seahawks lead by 12. You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawks football on 104.9 Bob FM.
My HTC digital cable service connects me to my favorite shows and new release movies with video on demand, so I can watch what I want, when I want, and I can choose from more than 200 channels, including digital cable sports. I'll never miss a play for my favorite team in any season. With HTC, it's a win-win, because HTC connects me with the things that mean the most.
Catch Thursday Night Football on NFL Network all season long with the Passport Package for only $10 per month. Call HTC at 843-369-8961.
HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
You're listening to Myrtle Beach Seahawk football on 104.9 Bob FM.
Lane Harrison, Wayne Gray back at Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium. 21 seconds to go in the ball game. Myrtle Beach with a 12-point lead. Florence Wilson at their own 33-yard line on 4th down and 16. And another big rush. Cordell Brown in and out of the hands, his arms, and it looks like Heath Gray, or is that Chase Brill? That's going to be Chase Brill, the freshman defensive lineman, is going to get his first sack of the night, and that's going to end the night for the Florence Wilson offense. Seahawks will take over on downs.
I'm just looking at if they're going to stop the clock here so there'll be a play that we'll run and we'll just down the ball and that'll be it.
Seahawks in victory formation. Drayton Arnold in the shotgun formation. Cade Brunner gets off the field at the very last minute. And Drayton Arnold will take a knee. Unless Chet Eady calls a timeout, and he won't. That's going to be our final here from Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium. Seconds tick off the clock. The Seahawks, with their second week in a row, come away with the win, move their record to 3-3 on the season. Florence Wilson falls to 1-5. The Seahawks are victorious, 33-21. The Myrtle Beach Seahawks football.